I'm not gonna complain.
What you mean?
Right.
Chad, you already know, man. You can't get rid of the Yukon Championship DNA. You know what I'm saying? You just can't get rid of us. Shout out to Paige Beckers. You feel me? Finally a champ. We here. We are here. Juju getting it next year. Don't worry, Chad. She got it next year.
Honestly, Juju and them would have lost this year regardless. It doesn't matter. They would have lost this year.
You think they would have lost to South Carolina?
No, I think Juju and them would have lost to UConn regardless if she was there. If like USC would have lost to UConn regardless.
I had USC in my bracket.
They're gonna fry you for that. They're gonna fry you.
They might, but UConn would have won, in my opinion. I think it would have been closer, obviously, but UConn. I think this was UConn's year, all year.
Jay, look what I remember. What I told you before we went on air. Look, they already started. Charlotte got cooked. You see, they already started.
Yeah, we need to talk. Yeah. So, are we live? Are we live? Let's get this shit started because I'm so ready. So ready.
So to break down.
Oh my god.
What we're gonna do today? Just let everybody know we're gonna do something a little bit, probably halfway through the show. We're gonna do some list of our top fives of WrestleMania certain categories, and then we're going to do another list additional to that list afterwards. But there are some things that happened last week that we can discuss and talk about that I'm sure some people want to hear our opinions about anyway. So we could start with the Tiffany and Charlotte stuff because
let's start with the Tiffany and Charlotte stuff. The first thing that all of you in chat over here, all you fine, beautiful people over here need to accept is that it was on both women. That this was balance-wise the worst promo segment I think I might have ever seen in my 34 years on this earth. It was awkward. It was not thought through. It was rushed. It was hurried. Both women let the crowd get to them. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that it was all Tiffany's fault when Charlotte was spitting such gems as, oh, your voice is so high, I just can't hear you. And both women wanted the last word, and that's not how promos work. You have to be willing in wrestling to let the other person get the last word if it's best. And neither one of them wanted to let the other person get the last word. Tiffany showed her inexperience. Tiffany showed to a point that G's gonna lean on in a minute. She just is not a natural babyface, and she's struggling to make it work. Charlotte showed that I don't know if it's what's going on in her personal life because she went on television and talked about it, and I'm really sorry that she has to go through that. So I don't know if it's everything going on in her personal life that's affecting her performance or what's going on, but there was something wrong here. It was almost like they got into an argument before. Did you guys get that feeling too? That they somehow
got very awkward. I feel like they don't like each other.
Right.
They just don't like each other.
And in a case of Rollins versus Punk, as long as you're professional when the cameras turn on, it's fine not to like each other. In fact, that only adds to the believability of your feud. But you can't let that seep into what you're saying when you go out there because then you just come off childish. And wrestling fans get made fun of enough of it as it is. And if any non-wrestling fan were to watch that promo between Charlotte and Tiffany when you're trying to get them into wrestling, they'd be turned off of it forever. It was that kind of promo. Just terrible.
This is what they would do, Jay. Jay, this is what they would do. Click.
The main thing I'm not fucking with is like the reception, the positive reception Tiffany's getting and the negative reception Charlotte's getting. People are saying Charlotte got cooked, Charlotte got this, Charlotte got that. Listen. If we're grading promo segments, if Charlotte was an F minus, Tiffany was an F plus. That's not any better. Like they both were trash. It was horrible. They let the crowd get to them. Even the shots they were taking, it wasn't it was a, should we be hearing this shit right now? Should we be hearing this right now? It was bad. It showed some insane negatives on both wrestlers. It's not even funny. There was a report that came out. And I agree with how Backstage WWE is seeing it. They're seeing it as it's more of a fault on Charlotte, but Tiffany's not off the hook either. And I totally agree.
She shouldn't be at all.
Because the way how I know it's going to sound like I'm dragging on Tiffany, but Tiffany, you're the world champion. At the end of the day, you're the one who needs to maintain the most professionalism. No matter if it's a veteran or not, you can't let somebody walk all over you like that and bring you down to their level. At the end of the day, you're the champion, and you can't make the company look like a bunch of assholes. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlotte made a bigger fool out of herself. But
Charlotte
at the end of the day,
better.
Charlotte should have known better.
And
that's not the first time.
Tiffany, but this is what Tiffany has been groomed to doing in NXT. Like, you know what it's like to be the woman. You know what it's like to try to maintain the professionalism. I get it.
And this is not the.
But this isn't the place to do that. To try to throw some shots or whatever.
2 weeks until Mania. Come on.
And it's not the first time Charlotte's done this either, bro.
This is one of those situations where it's like, I don't know. It's their chemistry is weird. I mean, I'm sure the match will be fine. I don't have any doubts the match will be bad, but their builds are like Charlotte builds usually aren't great, but this is like probably the worst.
This is one of the worst.
I think this might be the worst.
But Jay, you're right though. When the backstage politics came out and they said like they're looking more like Charlotte, like you really fucked up more than Tiffany. I'm like, that's fair because Charlotte was the one that brought Tiffany down. Tiffany just looks bad for letting.
I
think they've been looking at the internet too. I think that plays a factor. 2 weeks ago,
Charlotte looks way worse.
I think Charlotte been like testing Tiffany in those promos, and I think they've been looking at the internet, and Tiffany's like, I can't be going out. That's how it looked to me. Like I can't be going out.
What I think happened, and Mo, you pretty much hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
This ain't the first time Charlotte's done this. Just the first time she did it, it was with Becky.
Yeah.
And Becky used to this at that.
She dropped the title.
Becky
Remember that?
Yeah.
And the Nia Jax situation.
With Tiffany though, and Nia.
They were scrapping.
And Nia Jax. Like I'm not gonna lie, Charlotte.
Nia Jax.
You want to pick?
No. Nia. Charlotte got that 2 piece.
Yeah. So,
Extra crispy.
What I think genuinely happened, right? Because I look at it. First, Tiffany's already struggling as a babyface as it is. I don't know why WWE, the company that gave you Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, I don't know why they're obsessed with, they're getting cheered. We have to turn them babyface. Your biggest stars were getting cheered when you technically had them as heels. I don't know why they're obsessed with that. Yeah. They should have just let Charlotte be a heel. I get she turned on Nia, but she could have been the same Tiffany. It's just she could have been the same Tiffany. You just cashed in your title now. You could have been acting the same way. When it comes to Charlotte, honestly, what I think happened, and this is not reports, this is just the vibe I get. Charlotte got in that promo, and she basically, because when she came back, I think what Tiffany said is true. I think she is salty that the fans don't appreciate her.
Yep.
I think she low-key is salty about that. So I think when she got in this promo, she's like, she thought she could be, for lack of a better phrase, a dick in the promo battle, go off script. And when she caught Tiffany off guard, I think in her mind, she's like, I'm a heel, so I don't care. Tiffany, being the young 25-year-old she is, as much as professional as we like to assume everybody is, she probably took some personal feelings towards that. That's why the promo that followed after, she made sure to take her shots, and this one she made sure. She's
human. We would all probably do the same thing,
right? Yeah. The only problem is they got out there on live, and apparently I watched it later, so apparently they edited stuff out. I don't know how true that is, but they edited stuff out. But because I remember there was a cut after Tiffany said what she would, and it seemed like they cut out as a person who's edited videos myself, I could definitely tell when you change.
She told Charlotte that she's 0-3 in her marriages.
Oh, that I did see. That was still on TV, but it was like a cut when Charlotte started doing the high pitched voice. There was a cut in between there that they took out for sure because it just happened too quick.
Do you know what vibe I get? I feel that this is, again, no reports or nothing. This is just how I feel. Tiffany, in the lead up to Mania, she said a line that absolutely cooked, and I feel this way about Charlotte. Charlotte has been the woman for so long where when there's somebody where we can see the potential that could possibly rival her and take her spot, she gets insecure about it. I truly feel like that's the thing. And Tiffany was right. Whenever there's a new hot star, Charlotte has consistently been booked to pour the water out of the fire. She has consistently done that.
And if we remember, that's the whole reason she got added to the main event. Because technically, we talk about Becky all the time. technically Charlotte's also the only woman, one of the only women to main event a one night WrestleMania, and everyone forgets it. And everyone forgets it, but we don't talk about it because we all feel like you only got put there because technically that match with Ronda should have been you, but Becky got so over they couldn't deny it. What do we say all the time, Nate? She is the only woman you could have genuinely argued ever in history to be the face of WWE. Not the women's division, not the most popular
the entire company.
The entire company. The biggest wrestling star in the world, mind you. Like, no one's ever been able to say that other than Becky Lynch, right? So I feel like you're right. I think Charlotte is insecure, and I think and when they had this promo battle, now, I will give it to Tiffany. She stumbled over her words a little bit. I actually like the line. The 0-3, you're playing off of real stuff, because that is true. You are 0-3 outside the ring. Her delivery, and here's the thing. Her delivery's always been terrible, but at least she was a heel, and she was acting like a cheerleader, so you could have let it pass. Now she's a baby face, trying to get people invested, and other than when she says it's Tiffy time, your delivery is terrible. So what I feel like when you just look at a whole, right, I genuinely feel like Charlotte and Tiffany probably got into an argument backstage about how it was handled because Tiffany definitely got rattled. You probably got people in each of their ears, right? And Tiffany more so because she's younger than I think everybody up here except Lewis. She's younger than everybody up here. So I know she's on that internet. I know she's on that on Twitter. I know she sees it.
She literally posts a TikTok every day, G.
Yeah. I truly feel like Charlotte's insecurities is doing more damage than people like really want to admit. Because the past 10 years, we can look at all the hot stars she's gone up against and all the flames she's put out. Like, I truly feel like the main person when we saw in NXT, the main person we compared Tiffany to in terms of in-ring ability was Charlotte. We're like, everything about her just screams Charlotte, and I bet Charlotte heard that, and she's like, nah, I'm going to put this shit out and remind y'all that I'm one of one. I truly feel like she's that insecure that she feels like she needs to put all the fires out to make sure that she stays the number one person.
But she
can't accept that shit is evolving.
But my thing is, I don't think she can accept that, I mean, technically you shouldn't, but she ain't been number one since Becky slapped her in her face. She'll never get back to that spot. In my personal opinion, she will never, and I mean never, get back to that spot. Becky took it, she been there. When Bianca came in and was on it, Bianca was over it. Because Bianca and Charlotte, even though you might say Charlotte is better, they're definitely on par, and Bianca clears in everything else. Rhea Ripley, I mean, shoot, as soon as Triple H took over, what happened to Rhea Ripley? Boom, biggest woman star in the company when Becky wasn't around, right? Like we Charlotte, and I told y'all this as soon as she came back. What's gonna happen? We're gonna get the worst build to Mania of all time, and then the bell is gonna ring, and we're gonna get a phenomenal match, and everybody's gonna have revisionist history just like they did with Rhea and Charlotte. When Rhea and Charlotte had that great match, what they say? Damn, that could have main evented. Y'all forgot the bill, didn't you? That shit was ass. That shit was ass. Like, you don't. I don't think y'all remember and it's like I don't think people were remembering. Oh snap! We thought Jay was going to side with Sammy. We got Jay was going to side with Sammy. Boom! Super kick. He actually chose his brother, and that's how we got the Kevin Sammy. Like all that.
That bill was by far better.
Yeah. Like you know what I mean. So
this is bad bill though. This bill so bad. I don't even think it's good enough to open the show, bro. It's got to be in the middle of the show.
It's got to be right in the middle. Night two. Cool down match.
This will be like
Cook G.
Fourth match on the show. Jericho. I feel like whatever happened. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but at this stage, I feel like whoever wins is gonna tell us a lot. If Tiffany wins, then they're obviously sold on her being their next star.
I think they are sold on Tiffany.
No, but the thing is, guys,
I'm saying win or lose,
they're in a no-win situation.
It's a different.
Well, here. I haven't spoken yet, and I feel like I should. Because this is what I honestly believe after seeing what we said, regardless of how you feel about the 0-3 line, Charlotte never cleared that with Tiffany. And you can't do that, period, in wrestling or in entertainment. You're not allowed to do that. That is a cardinal sin. You're not supposed to do that, especially against someone at the level of Charlotte Flair. I wholeheartedly believe Tiffany Stratton should lose at WrestleMania no PLEs for the rest of the year. You get the Royal Rumble, not WrestleMania, because that is unprofessional shit. You have to set a precedent for the rest of your locker room that you can't just shoot like that, especially someone that young as Tiffany. We don't care how hot you are. You can't do that. That's unprofessional. And against someone like Charlotte Flair, you don't have that luxury. You haven't earned that yet. You haven't earned the right to just go out there and shoot on your own. You have to set a precedent. You can't let the rest of the locker room think, oh, okay, I can just go out there and shoot on Charlotte. It'll be fine as long as I have the crowd behind me. No, you haven't earned that yet. So lose at WrestleMania, no PLEs, Royal Rumble, skip WrestleMania, start all over the night after WrestleMania next year. That's completely unprofessional. You should not do that. And Charlotte, fuck it, just have her lose it after a month and have her feud with other women because this shit is not it. She's not ready. I don't think she's ready to come back to be on top of it.
Hold on. I see what you're saying, but my thing is I'm looking at Charlotte because, like we mentioned before, this is not the first time. And here's the thing. There's going off script to benefit the story you're telling, and then there's going off script and stepping on your opponent's toes and making them look stupid. That's the problem I have with this. She stepped on Tiffany's toes and made her look stupid. I don't think Tiffany should be I don't think Tiffany should be punished for that. That's just me. I get what you're saying, but that's just me.
I see both POVs. I won't go to the lengths Nate said though.
Yeah,
but I firmly do.
That's
hey man,
career. This.
You can't just be shooting like that, man.
No. This is what I probably would personally do. One, I'm sorry, Nate, I hear you. I can't reward Charlotte with a W. I'm sorry, I can't. You went too far. I would have Tiffany win, but I know everybody hates like same night cash-ins, but whoever wins Money in the Bank, Tiffany, you're losing it. The night whoever wins Money in the Bank, you're losing it. I'd have Chelsea Green lose the fucking the US title at Backlash, and then she's gonna win Money in the Bank. She's cashing in same night. And I don't know about not being on PLEs, Nate. I don't know about that. But
hey man,
you
can't be shooting like that, bro.
You're going to lose.
Like you got to understand. You got to understand how deep that cut is. Like that's something extremely personal, and you're bringing that to TV. You didn't clear that. Like that's fucked up. Like so that's extremely fucked up. You're going, and you haven't. And Tiffany hasn't even earned that. She hasn't earned the right to do that. Like
So what I would do is I would basically swap Chelsea and Tiffany's roles, except I'm not having Tiffany hold no mid-card title. I'm going to use Tiffany and be like, this is your punishment. You're going to be used to elevate people. And then when big
Naomi,
then
Naomi can just win it. Then.
But Naomi can move up, be like, since you did this, we're going to move Naomi up. We're going to move Chelsea Green up, and you're going to stay here. You're going to sit around in the mid-card for a little bit to understand what you did was wrong and there's consequences. And then when we feel like everything's good and dandy, then we can move you back up to we know you can be. Because even though it is Charlotte, it's mainly Charlotte's fault. At the end of the day, you are the champion. At the end of the day, you are holding the hardware. There's some form of professionalism you need to hold. And you're not new to this because out of every single NXT Women's Champion we've seen, you are one of the only ones that were booked like the woman. Like the woman. You weren't booked like no Indy Hartwell or Lyra or these other girls. You were booked like the woman when you held that championship. So you understand that there's a form of professionalism you need to hold. And if you're showing you can't hold that right now, you're not going to get a championship run right now.
Yep. Okay, so I'm actually with Lewis where I understand both POVs. Bo, I'm kind of more on your side, not against you. I'm not really against you, Nate, but I guess I would tweak it in a sense because well, one, like I said, taking people off PLEs all year, that's damn near.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's weird.
I get.
Gunther wasn't on PLEs. Gunther wasn't on PLEs when he was IC champion. He was fine. He was on WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
But they gave him the go-home shows.
She can have the go-home shows. She can have the go-home shows.
You're nasty. You're nasty.
She would look. At least
you gotta, hey, bro.
You gotta have Gunther level matches, bro.
Yeah, word. Exactly. That was gonna be my point. You gotta be Gunther level matches to pull that off.
And on top of that,
you have to remember she's 25.
Didn't have a spot.
How old she is? 23. She's young as shit. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
And that's why I was gonna come to you, Nate, and tell you why I would tweak what you're saying a little bit. And the only reason why is because I get you need to set a precedent. This cannot be allowed. I 1000% agree with that. No issues. Here is the problem. Unfortunately, and it's technically WWE Triple H is doing. You honestly, at this moment in time, you can't afford to get rid of Tiffany. Now, I'm not saying a punishment should have come, but unless Naomi beats Jade at Mania, which if I was as a gambling man myself, I'm not putting money on. You don't have anybody credible to take that title off of Nia. I mean, off of Tiffany, gosh darn it. Because Nia's been off TV forever, and I don't think they're going to give that back to her. Right? She got that title as a thank you for saying Rhea Ripley's title reign. Here you go. That's what they gave her that title.
Naomi, I think that's like the
right person. And I can feel you on that, but realistically, do we feel Jade is ready?
No. I don't think so.
I just think
this is why
I just want to say this conversation is it's a slippery slope because there are men on the roster who are on the roster after doing way worse things than being unprofessional in a promo. I just want to point that out. Secondly, I just think the most embarrassing thing for me out of all this, regardless of whose fault it is or whatever, was Charlotte when Tiffany was already halfway out of the ring and the music is hitting, and Charlotte decides that's the best time to say, "Oh, but Ludwig's in my DM." Like, come on, Charlotte. That's not just unprofessional. That's not just poor promo. That's embarrassing. And if I was Charlotte and looking back on that, I'd be embarrassed. Not just because of what she said or why she said it, but just saying I'm going to push my weight and I'm going to get the last word, even though Tiffany's halfway out the ring and I can hear the music hitting, and I'm going to say it anyway. Come on, man. That's embarrassing.
And when she said it,
me personally, I
can't
feel
say it if it's not true. Because I need the proof.
You're just saying it. You're just saying it to be petty. You just saying it.
And if that's the case, and if it,
my man in trouble, bro.
No, I would have felt it more if she would have went on Twitter and posted screenshots. I would have been
that'd have been crazy. That'd have been crazy.
Me personally, with this feud, I feel like taking the belt off Tiffany, I wouldn't necessarily look at it as all right. So in the moment, it would be looked at as a punishment, right? I feel like over time, though, it would look at as Tiffany's biggest blessing, because I firmly do believe there are feuds, whether they're good or really bad, that paint the overall picture on a title reign. And I just think with this feud right now and how petty and deep it's gotten, I don't think it's in WWE's best interest to keep the belt on Tiffany further. I think the only thing we are going to talk about from Tiffany's title reign is this petty ass, shitty ass rivalry. She can have all the good matches she wants, but it's true, G. It's true,
bro. Outside of this title reign, what is she? Outside of this moment, really, what has she done?
Well, that's
more talked about than this one.
And that's where I was going to get to, because it technically just started. That's the only thing I'm saying. It just started. So again, me personally, once she cashed in on Nia, I figured the rematch was gonna come. Fine, cool, whatever. They did the tag team at Elimination Chamber, whatever, right? Trish Stratus is from Toronto. Right. But once Charlotte won that Rumble, and I knew this was the feud, I told y'all this build is not going to be good. But it just started. Now, because Charlotte is the queen, no pun intended, of winning titles off of people for no reason, right? We was like, with Charlotte's history, she might win it. But Tiffany's reign just started. It's literally not even 4 months old, I think. Or I think it just got to 4 months because she won it the last SmackDown. Oh, yeah, 3. So she won it the last SmackDown before of the New Year, whatever the case, New Year's Revolution, whatever they called it. So I think we gotta. I hate this phrase, but we gotta let it play out and see what they do afterwards. I do not, because if you put Charlotte, I think Charlotte's the worst of the two evils. Because if Charlotte wins that title, another title reign, it's gonna be go away heat. Like, not Roman Reigns level, but it'll be go away heat, not your heel heat, right? At least with Tiffany, people still like her, and they'll still be invested to see what happens after, because you do have the Naomi aspect. You do have the Jade Cargill aspect. Hell, we'll see what happens with the triple threat on the other side, but Bianca can easily go back to the other side and go for that title. Right, there's things that you can with Charlotte. And
honestly,
that's why I said at Backlash you can give Tiffany the win at Mania or whatever, and then at Backlash,
not after WrestleMania.
No, what I'm saying is give Tiffany a fresh new feud, see how it plays out to Backlash, and if this can't like mask what the fuck happened, then Money in the Bank. I'm telling you, I'm pulling the trigger on Chelsea Green same night. Like I'm not.
You know what I would do? If it was me, you know what I would do, because and this is the assumption that EO's retaining, which I think she should, Yeah. Just logically by the way they're telling that story.
I feel like
she should retain.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
This is what I personally would do. On SmackDown, okay, Tiffany, you won. We're gonna find a new challenger. Have a fatal 4-way battle royal triple threat, whatever you want to do, whatever tournament style you want to do.
Yeah.
And me personally, I would start a Tiffany Stratton Bianca Belair feud. Because that is the only person out of everybody on that SmackDown roster that could mask with the Charlotte feud. If you give me a Tiffany Bianca feud, it'll be better built. You'll have a better match, in my opinion. And
he's cooking.
And Tiffany honestly can go back to being a heel. She can walk around being, I beat Charlotte Flair. I'm that woman. And none of you are on my level because it's Tiffy time now. And I proved it at WrestleMania. That's all she got to do. Go back to being a heel. Hey, you can deal with the Bianca Super Cena tweets for a week and you'll be fine. Because it'll happen for the week when she wins and then we move on. So that's what I would do. That would mask it, and we'll see how Tiffany does. I just think Charlotte, I like punish Tiffany, sure, but don't give it to Charlotte because that's a reward for Charlotte. That's a reward for her.
Or you could,
John, you're 22. Westbrook
fully agree.
Right now. You just heard everything and just bricked.
Yeah, I was gonna ignore it, but that was a stupid comment.
I mean, you could just have Tiffany.
I honestly
don't think she should be rewarded either. I don't think neither woman should be rewarded. I think the title needs to get out of their possession.
And that's the thing.
By like the week after Mania.
I'm more concerned with WrestleMania. If I was backstage after that promo, I'd find a way to combine Naomi and Jade because that build has been so much better, and Jade and Naomi's been doing killer work that deserves to be rewarded. I'd combine those two matches and just put the title on Naomi and start fresh after Mania. I know that's hard to do, that it's impossible to do storyline wise. I'd be tempted to do it though.
So Jade, let me ask you a question.
I'd agree. Yeah.
Jade, let me ask you a question. So if you were backstage, right, would you be worried that with everything that you just saw, would you be worried that these women have a chance to not put together a decent Mania match that they're just going to
Yes, because if someone were to come up to me and say, "Oh, Jade, Charlotte's going to go out there and kill it," I'd say, "You guys saw Charlotte and Nia a few years ago, right?" You saw it. It's like Mo said. This has happened before.
Why is Nia catching strays?
These patterns
Not the
repeat.
first time, bro.
Charlotte has shown twice, at least twice, with the title exchange with Becky and in the ring with Nia, that she is more than willing to let personal beefs slide into her performance in the middle of a program. So no, I do not trust at this point that Charlotte and Tiffany is going to be great. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. I have no faith that it will. So I'm worried. I'm worried as hell for WrestleMania right now, where those two are concerned.
Right,
I mean, I definitely feel you, Jade. And with that,
and yes, Alex, Charlotte could definitely just sandbag her. That's part of the things I'm worried about. Is that Charlotte's going to go out there and sandbag her.
So with the question that Lewis just asked you, Jade, in that sense, I understand a little bit more of y'all's side, but it also is like kind of reinforcing. This is the third time, Charlotte, and I get Nate. You got to punish being being unprofessional, but like. For me, at least, like just me looking at it, I'm not going to look at Tiffany doing this for the first time in retaliation the same way I'm going to look at Charlotte. This is your third time, gang? This is your third time? Like, this is your third? And granted, and the Becky one, that was all Charlotte. Nia, I'm going to put some blame on her for that one too. Like, Charlotte ain't going to get all the blame for the Nia one, but the Becky one was all Charlotte. Like, all Charlotte. Yep. That was all her. So this is your third time game, like 3 strikes you're out type.
Yeah, she should be out the title picture for at least a year after. She should drop it. I mean, whoever. My thing is, whoever wins the title at Mania drops it the night after Mania, and you build Tiffany up in the mid card. And hey, not being on PLEs is not bad because I'm not saying take her off TV entirely. That's like Vince McMahon would put her ass on main event, give her a new gimmick like Stardust 2.0 type shit. We don't need that. But like, have her build herself up in the mid card. Shit, you want to win the U.S. title, Intercontinental title? If those titles actually kind of mean something, sure. If they don't mean anything, just throw them on Tiffany. Be like, hey, gang, build this title up for us. We'll give you 8 months. Build this title up for us. That's your punishment. But it's also like development for you. And then
Prove to us that we can trust.
Yeah, prove to us that you can trust us.
Someone just referenced it in chat. The worst thing that could happen at WrestleMania would be for Charlotte to pull an Austin Aries at Battleground 2018, where he just loses the match and then just Bound for Glory 2018.
I forgot about that.
Where the match is clean.
I could actually see Charlotte doing that.
I don't see
that's
doing
I'm gonna give her the benefit
because I know that you were talking about her performance, but I'm like, it's WrestleMania. Charlotte's not going to purposely make her performance look like shit, but after the match, I could definitely see, like, instead of giving Tiffany, because they probably have a whole moment, but they probably have a whole moment. They probably have a whole moment where Charlotte's supposed to embrace Tiffany,
right?
But I feel like if that's still in the script, Charlotte's gonna be like, nope, bye. Enjoy your celebration while I walk off.
So, in my opinion, I feel like, look, at the end of the day, you have a shit situation and you got to make the best out of it. So if this was me behind the scenes and, again, Triple H, if you need some ideas on how to handle this, what I would do, I would turn this into now my smaller version, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. We absolutely can't stand each other, and I would play off of that. So no,
can they be professional enough for that?
Well, I feel you, but I would keep them apart in this sense. Like, anytime, like maybe a backstage 7 stage just staring down each other, right? And then keep it pushing. But like, now I get you. Can they be professional? We'll see. I get it. But at the bare minimum, you know that the best thing WWE can do is at least make this storyline wise, like at least capitalize off of something. Like make some type of money off of it. You feel me? Like do something.
No, facts.
Like do something. At least
give us a little unsanctioned match.
Word, like make this let them go sandbag each other all day. Let them get some black eyes. Let them bleed for real. Like
safe shots.
Ryan made Tony Storm. God Lord.
Tiffany ain't no CM Punk, and Charlotte sure can't work no crowd like Seth Rollins. So that's a dangerous game you're playing.
I feel you, but I mean, let's be real. When's the last time we had a true blood feud for women? Like a true blood
Probably
feud.
Becky and Nia.
Right. Yeah, I was about to say.
And even then.
Because Rhea Liv don't count for me. Like, that's not that one.
No. Because they actually like each other in real life.
Exactly.
So, and you didn't feel that. The story was not good enough for you to actually feel like they hated each other. So.
Yeah.
At all.
Nah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I mean, I feel like if Tiffany wins, then I mean, it doesn't matter what we're talking about right now. They're
in a no-win situation. I mean,
if Charlotte wins, then it kind of feels like they maybe are not trusting Tiffany just yet, and they want to develop her a little bit more. It's kind of like, you know, the Randy Orton situation, like in 2004, like when he won the championship, but he wasn't ready at the time, so they put it back on Triple H. They continued to develop Randy until he was.
That shit was dog shit. Well, we talk about that win so many times. That shit.
Which
was
one?
Dog shit. Randy winning the title at SummerSlam for the first time. That shit was ass.
To G's point,
that was a petty win.
To G's point about keeping them separate, how many SmackDowns do we have until Mania? Two.
Because technically Mania was supposed to be this weekend.
I say this Friday run 2 separate highlight packages of Charlotte and Tiffany. Next weekend run a promo segment about the feud up to this point. I think the worst thing you can do is put them back in the ring with live mics in their hands. That's the worst
awful.
thing you can do.
What I was gonna say is that they need to go. Like, I feel like they booked this in reverse. That brawl they had should be their last SmackDown before the Mania match. That's what it should have been. Like the brawl where she jumping off the whatever the case.
That was because I actually thought they were cooking after that.
Yeah,
I thought they were too.
You know what this feud needs? The Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle parking lot brawl. That's what this shit needs at this point. At this fucking point.
Add a stipulation. I don't care. Make it a street fight. I don't care.
Real shit. Yeah,
I agree.
Do it WCW.
Have we ever had a women's match like that at
WrestleMania? There's no script.
Shit like that. Like
there's no
street fight. I'm cool with that.
It's a
like she did with Becky.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hire Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
G thinks he can save every match,
bro.
G thinks he can save every match, bro. His trump card is add a stipulation.
Well, you know, they saved Drew and Damian, but Drew wasn't out there telling Damian that Caden Carter was in his DMs before they did the car spot. So I'm just saying, like, that's two different situations. This one I feel like is long gone. Just let it end. have the match, and then we just need to move on from it.
Jade, you sound like you tired of this shit.
Lewis, they say you always hate on Randy Orton, bro.
I mean, it's already bad enough.
You'll be okay.
It's already bad enough that we knew the build was not going to be great. Charlotte can't build a match to save her life, and Tiffany as a babyface hasn't been good, so the build was already going to be terrible. Now y'all are going off script because y'all both can't read a script. Now y'all are going off script, and it's still bad. Like, if you can't shoot and it be interesting, bro, like, there's nothing we can do for you.
It's over.
There's nothing we can do for you.
Yeah, it's over.
They're
Lewis, they saying to stop hating on Randy Orton, bro.
I don't hate him. I'm just honest.
People don't like honesty, bro.
I'm just honest. Don't.
Y'all not gonna tell me that 04 title win was good.
Don't.
You really had a feud with Taker.
John, they did a really sick brawl in the back.
The title win moment was cool. It's just afterwards. He just wasn't.
Bro, I watched that entire. Bro, I watched that entire build, show to show, match to match. Motherfucking, that shit was ass. They only gave it to him because Brock left. That shit was trash.
That's it.
You should have just kept the title on Bitchwa and have Triple H beat him at Survivor Series because Bitchwa was so over that he could have just carried the belt to Survivor Series, and he was that entire year he was cooking every title defense. So
that's facts.
Somebody said making a Kaiser on a pole match. That's
get the fuck.
I was trying to think of something.
Where's
there you go.
I told you, bring Vince Russo on. Where's Vince at? He's in the chat. I told you.
Absolutely.
If Orton had more maturity, it would have been fine. He just wasn't.
Y'all see Ludwig Kaiser's tweet after that?
Yeah.
Don't flatter yourself.
He said, "Don't flatter yourself." Yeah.
I mean.
He better than me. I would.
Did y'all see the post?
Relax. I was just thinking the same.
Bruh, he better than me. He better than me.
Did y'all see?
I got canceled.
Did y'all see the fucking post that said Ludwig Kaiser's the first man in history to be accused for cheating, and nobody believed it?
Wow.
Bro, when she said
that's pretty wild.
When she said,
you got to give the IC title now, bro.
Is that when he said,
real?
Bro, when he said, "Oh, is that why Kaiser in my DMs?" I'm like, does he have a plastic fetish? Like, what is going on? like, what are we doing? Like, what?
No, that's crazy.
Like, what are we doing?
No,
like, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Now it sounds he was in the promo too.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I will violate Crazy, but I'm not going to. But when Charlotte said that, that's probably the one thing that like she like
Mo from off screen with the relax.
Like you it's kind of like that thing, and it's gonna be a weird, stupid example, but this is the only way I can explain it. Y'all ever see somebody order crazy amounts of food and then order a Diet Coke with it? Like,
no,
like what are you doing, bro? Like, what is
Diet Coke?
Yeah, like what?
I asked somebody.
He's got fried chicken.
I said, "Why Diet
fucking
Coke?
Baby back ribs."
I like the taste of it. I like the taste of Diet Coke.
And some oxtails. Give me a Diet Coke. Like what?
I'm watching my weight.
Y'all are horrible, bro.
Y'all are
absolutely horrible.
Y'all know that GTA San Andreas order. Let me get a number 5 and a Diet Coke and a Diet soda. Diet Coke.
Crazy.
That's like going to the gym, doing 30 minutes of cardio, and then going to eat at Golden Corral all you can eat buffet. Like,
it's crazy.
That reminds me of the show with the fat ladies from TLC where they're talking to the doctor and she's like, "My mama told us if we had a sugar and then drink a diet soda right after, it cancel out the sugar." And the doctor's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Sorry.
We're going to hell, dog. We are going to hell.
Who would have thought in 2020? Who would have thought in 2025 we'd be sitting here saying that Shotzi more interesting than Charlotte?
All right. You lost me. You lost me. Now we hating.
Who?
Hey, Shotzi pinning Stephanie Valkyrie more interesting than Charlotte.
Fucking
you
snail
don't like that. You use that.
Snail paste lady.
Hey, and I hated it.
Snail paste lady.
Hey, yo. Did you say snail paste?
Change the subject.
Nope, Nate's gone.
Man, froze on us. Shotzi ain't been on TV calories, so I can't say that.
I forgot about.
She's been on TV. She's in a tag team with Gigi Dolan.
No,
they got her and with Tatum. Who deserves better? Tatum deserves better. What are you doing, Sean?
We're doing a little faction over there. Let's see. Let's dive into these. We'll go ahead and start with the list here before we do.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
wait! Before we go, no, I really want to talk about this. Fuck this feud, bro. Oh my god. Listen, I don't know what it is with the Lucha Bros, but I'm just convinced like they just have impeccable aura wherever they go because we've never seen luchadors like this since Rey Mysterio get these reactions, bro.
They're
never
sick.
in our fucking life. It's crazy. It's beautiful. Phoenix and Nathan Frazier, beautiful.
And see Triple H. This is how I know you know what you're doing. Because yes, that's the smart thing to do. Showcasing NXT talent to give you a takeover black and gold kind of match. That's exactly what you should do.
Shout out Nathan Frazier.
Shout out Nathan Frazier because I was not originally. I won't say I wasn't a fan, but I was just sitting there like, okay, Nathan Frazier Axiom finna break up soon. There's finna be a feud. I'm waiting for it, and then it just never happened. So I'm like, okay, so now I can rock with y'all because y'all didn't break up. Why don't you do this more often? And do it with the women. Please. You need the depth. Like, I'm sorry. This little gauntlet tag team match, the fact that Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark are in this match and haven't been on TV in months, but you couldn't put Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson in there?
What match?
So for the women's tag team titles, they're having the gauntlet number one contender.
Oh, it's because they're going after the Knockouts tag titles. That's what they're being used in TNA primarily.
Okay, I hear you. I don't care. I hear you. I don't care.
Well, who's going after what?
WWE Lord.
I'm saying the reason they've been primarily
they're having the number one contender gauntlet match with 16
on NXT.
No, in SmackDown. On SmackDown, they're gonna do this.
They announced
the women's tag titles. They announced.
It's like because Lash and Jakara are going after the knockouts. Yeah, I thought the SmackDown was going after knockouts. I was like,
yeah, I hear that.
Whoa.
And I hear y'all. I understand it. I don't.
You work double time. You can work 2 times.
I don't give a fuck. It's for
wrestling. Wait, G-Baby. I'm about to punch a hole in that logic. You know why? Alistair Black and Ricochet. That's all
I was just saying they competed for 3 titles 3 days in a row.
In 1 weekend. Or 1 weekend.
Single one.
Shit.
I'd have been cool if they won those ones at WrestleMania. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I really thought they was going to win.
I love that tag team.
I love that tag team. Was dope. That tag team.
I love that tag team, bro.
That tag team is cool.
Bro, do y'all know what teams? They got Shayna Baszler, the remains of the Pure Fusion Collective, Bayley and Lyra, which are the obvious winners. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, who barely got back on.
The only real tag team they have, but go ahead.
Right. Maxine Dupree and Natalia.
Boy, oh boy, am I excited
Natalia
for that.
And the biggest
oh my God.
What are we doing?
Natalia needs to go on that retirement tour, bro.
Real talk. Y'all mean to tell me I don't care that they're going for the Knockouts title. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson could have been up there. So Ruka and Zarya, they could have been up. Like, I'm sorry, you could have pulled some NXT
or you could just move the tag titles to NXT.
That's what I'm saying. Just
Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. That's literally how you do it. Triple threat match. Have them pin somebody who can take the loss and send them down to NXT. Get them off the main roster, please.
Yeah, and to Rainmaker's point, Nia Jax, her only claim to fame for the past 3 months has been a fucking tag team, and they're not in the fucking match. And,
I'm pretty sure she was hurt.
Nia and Candice aren't in it?
No, I saw Nia was hurt. Nia's hurt.
Oh, well, okay.
He's hurt? Oh.
Okay. That doesn't change. Whatever. This whole thing is a disaster. They always do this every year with these goddamn women's tag teams.
My issue is Lyra and Bayley. Why?
And Lyra has the IC title too.
That's what I'm saying. That can't be the IC title.
I told you. What did I say, bro? I said this shit. One of these titles ain't gonna be.
They didn't have enough room. Exactly. They don't have enough talent.
Hey, but you want to know how it happened, though, right? It was they literally used an IC title match to build a tag team title match. What the fuck is going on? You used a single title match to build a tag team title match. What the fuck are we doing?
That is
Triple H.
Like, I would have understood a little bit better if you did it the other way around. I would have understood it a little bit better if you did it the other way around. Right? Use the tag team title match to build a singles title match.
Yeah.
Let's say
as they always do.
Or Raquel would have beat Lyra and pinned her. Okay, cool. You pinned the champion. You did it the fucking other way. For what?
It's only to get people on WrestleMania. I mean, you don't have room, so this is how they got to do it.
Because Triple H is 13 matches.
Nia said on Twitter she not hurt. Why the fuck?
I saw a report. My bad.
Because if they don't do it that way, then they're probably gonna people left off of Mania, and then people are still gonna be mad about it either way. So they're like, all right, we're just gonna put you on Mania this way. So there you go.
This is why look, man.
I mean, WrestleMania needs some filler matches. That's okay. You need some filler matches.
It's one of those filler matches. That's what it is.
If I don't see a Nexus type takeover with this women's division, I'm gonna be so pissed. Who are they going to tell stories with for a year? They don't even have free agents coming in. All the free agents, guess where they went? Fucking NXT. Fucking NXT. All the good free agents that you possibly could have grabbed went to NXT. Like, real talk, Jordan Grace. I get why you went there. I really, really do. Why the fuck are you in NXT? Julia, I get it. Stephanie, I get it. Why the fuck are y'all in NXT?
To learn English, that's a necessity.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably why.
I'm not trying to say that to be rude.
No, but that's crazy. You're right.
But it's perfect. Sense. Jordan Grace, I hear you one. I thought she was the perfect one.
But like,
they wanted to create the 4 Horsemen again. That's why.
And I put it like this: if Asuka can still get beloved, cheered, and like when she was booked to Oblivion.
This is your female.
No. I'm saying if she can still get
one more match.
No.
They don't laugh.
If she if she can still get cheered the way she had been, Stephanie and Julia would have been fine.
Wait, Asuka's not Finn Balor. Hold on now.
She's not
that cooked.
Okay, she's Shinsuke. She's Shinsuke. Like, because that's a high. No, it's not. No, it's not. People still sing. No, hey, gang. They still sing Shinsuke's theme overseas and in the States. Overseas, Finn Balor still don't get no pops. You see his entrance in fucking Brussels? Did anybody cheer for Finn Balor? Does anybody do this anymore? No.
I mean,
this was a thing.
They used to.
That so much,
hey, last 2023, they did it because you still have that part in the song. They still did.
I might have to side with you, and at least they still use Finn Balor. They don't even do nothing with Shinsuke.
Like, come on,
Shinsuke still gets love. Shinsuke still gets love. Finn Balor comes out to no pop.
No.
He comes out to no pop.
Gets love.
Come out to no pop.
Yes. From the crowd, yes, he does. They sing his song. They still sing his song. Ain't nobody doing this for Finn Balor no more. Don't nobody care about Finn Balor.
I don't
Bro,
understand.
Shinsuke won the US title, and then they took him off TV.
The fact that these are conversations we're having in 2025.
But he won the title. Didn't he get a pop? Didn't he get a pop?
Finn Balor is about to be in a high-profile IC title match at WrestleMania. What the fuck?
Nigga said high profile.
He's not the
Braun Breaker versus Penta.
He's the fourth most important person in that.
He didn't take the pin.
I didn't say he was.
Finn Balor gonna be back next week.
I didn't say he was one of the more important, but it's still a high profile because you have Braun Breaker and Penta there. That alone makes a high profile. I didn't say he was the most important, but he in there. He's about to be in there, and he gave Penta his first pinfall loss in WWE.
Oh my!
Mickey Mouse.
Here you go.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
Mouse.
That shit Mickey as fuck.
Is the Shinsuke US title win not Mickey Mouse?
No. His win was not. His reign may be trash, but his win wasn't.
He beat the shit out of LA Knight.
He got a pop. Who popped when Finn? Did anybody pop when Finn beat Penta? I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. Put that shit away, man.
That shit felt weird.
You don't want to see that shit.
Man, weird.
Man, let's get to the main shit of the show.
Got this
I'm tired of talking
Tom
about
Brady
this.
collection. I've got.
Put that shit away, man. Put that shit away, dog.
It's not even a Patriot.
I don't want to see this shit.
Sorry, I don't care about people that WWE doesn't care about, so I'm not participating in this conversation.
So you don't care. So you don't care about 95% of the women's division, then, huh?
At this point, no. Honestly, I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
No fucking business.
Dang, so clip that like 8 seconds and put that on
Twitter. World War III, bro.
Hell no.
Or 4, actually. 4. We had that last year.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
And guess what? And guess what? We 3-0 against that too. We 3-0 against the World Wars.
Yeah, we are 3-0 World War.
We're 3-0. Them lives.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. After what I said about Tiffany, that might be World War 4 right there.
It don't matter.
I mean, but I mean, I don't know. Some people don't like her because of certain things. So
I can already see the comments now.
IWC
Not everybody needs a
bro.
podcast.
Just embrace it. It's gonna be a clean sweep. World War 4 gonna be clean sweep, bro.
Clean sweep.
They need those filler matches for Mania. You get one for the men's, you get one for the women. I'm surprised that even
Finn Balor.
I didn't even think they was gonna put Naomi and Jade on WrestleMania. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm surprised they put that on there.
Nah, it's Jade though.
I'm glad
they're trying to make her a big star. I knew that was going.
Unfortunately, like
they were gonna get involved in the triple threat. Like,
it's the best story in the women's division right now.
Facts, and they don't got no title.
And it should be Bianca and them, but Rhea's been making that. Rhea's literally holding that story back.
G, you gonna hate this. G, you gonna hate this. But Nate, I got a question. A serious question.
What's up?
Is Finn Balor this generation's?
We still talking about Finn Balor?
Wow.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I was literally taking a shit earlier this week, and I was like, damn. Finn Balor really like Dolph Ziggler, bro. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, you
lucky I can't find a marker. I would have got the sign up already.
Yeah, bro. I was like scrolling on my phone. I think I saw something about Finn Balor. I was like, damn, this nigga like Dolph Ziggler. That's crazy. That's the new Dolph Ziggler.
That nigga's D-Rose, bro.
You can't let your man like that, bro.
I know we need.
They had a lot of chances to do things with both the guys too.
Yeah, I know we need to get to this list and stuff, but Alex did just say something about it that I am. Did anybody watch that Kevin Owens promo and think, okay, eventually he won't come out and attack Randy?
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe him for a second, and then he just walked off. I was like, oh.
No, I believed it. There was something in his face.
There were some reports about it too, but I thought he might, but when he didn't, I was like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
So
I don't know who he faces at WrestleMania.
So can I say something about that? I think hopefully, first of all, Kevin, hope he have a successful surgery. Hopefully he gets that. But I am very glad he's off TV. And it's not for a reason people think. I think people have gotten so used to seeing Kevin Owens and they forget who the fuck this guy is. So I think missing him is going to put him in a much better place when he comes back. I firmly believe that way.
Because he's been on TV every week for like what, 7-8 years?
8 years, yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
consistently.
He's having a Miz Iron Man run right now.
Yeah, I was about to say for like 5-6 years he been feuding with the Bloodline damn near. So yeah, for at least since COVID, Like,
you remember that memes where Kevin Owens is like, fuck, I can't get away from him.
The fact that he was hurt, they said he was hurt for a minute too, and he had the ladder match. He had the match with Sami Zayn too, bro.
Well, I think the neck injury happened against Cody.
No, they said he was already before that.
He's been hurt for 4 months.
Then that had to re-aggravate it.
Yeah,
that probably made it worse.
He tried to say, they told him you can't anymore, bro.
Like that's but the Sami Zayn.
So he had a Tommaso Ciampa basically.
Sami Zayn match is pretty wild too, man. Like
that is crazy with the timing.
I think this is good for Kevin Owens though, because I feel like people have gotten so used to him, and whenever I feel like Kevin Owens has been used like how the Miz was in the mid 20, like just plug him in here, and he'll work.
Yep.
I feel like him being off TV is gonna make people appreciate him more and realize, damn, like Kevin Owens is really, really, really this guy. Right. And I feel like him coming back is gonna be in a better spot. So
somebody said Randy Orton should just they didn't say this. This is what I think. Somebody said Randy Orton's opponent should be Aleister Black. And I think
Randy Orton should lose. That's my problem.
Well, I was gonna say I think Aleister Black should just come in and black mask the fuck out that nigga. I don't know.
The problem I have with Randy Orton, let me rephrase that. The problem I have with the booking of Randy Orton is Randy Orton is booked like he doesn't put people over. Like he's at the point right now where if Aleister Black debuts, he needs to put Aleister Black over. I'm not blaming it on Randy. I just feel like now they're heavily protecting Randy, which is good. But these are matches where somebody new like this to come out of the gate and really make an impact, he should lose.
Yeah, I want him to get black masked by Aleister Black. 1, 2, 3.
I think he's facing somebody.
Really? I'm talking about you can have a match, but I want Aleister Black to
I think he's facing
genuinely damn near dominate.
He's facing somebody at WrestleMania that he's gonna beat. Like he's not gonna lose.
Bro, if I see Shinsuke walk out at fucking WrestleMania,
I'm turning TV off.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
You know who it's gonna be, bro? I told everybody, bro, they gonna call Shane McMahon. That's who it's gonna be, bro. Shane don't matter.
Oh God.
No, Triple H.
I will watch WrestleMania.
He's not doing that after Shane was talking to AEW.
I will boycott WrestleMania.
He got his
you guys
squad,
think
he
I'm
ain't going
kidding?
out like that, bro. He ain't going out.
Bro, Triple H.
He needs to go out exactly what he deserves.
I don't
think Rusev
because
Rusev would have to win. He'd have to win.
Yeah, I think Randy's gonna lose.
No, he's not.
Feed Solo to Randy. Feed Solo to Randy. Come on.
Oh no,
Solo and Randy.
Solo could be an option
Hey,
too.
Nick Aldis,
Randy
man.
off the show at
Y'all
that
sleeping, man.
Nah, you know
I
what
would
they
love
should
Nick
do?
Aldis, but Nick Aldis
would be
would
fun.
nah, he wouldn't really have to win.
Actually, you know what I genuinely think they should do? Real shit. Just add him to the match, the U.S. title match, triple threat, so Jacob Fatu can destroy both of them.
Oh wow.
Like real talk.
I think Jacob should win.
Does Jacob pinning Randy do more for him than pinning LA Knight?
I mean, that would be good.
I mean, it's Randy fucking
one
Orton,
guy
but LA Knight is
currently on
also
the
the U.S.
roster.
champion.
I don't think Randy Orton's fighting somebody he's losing against at WrestleMania this year. He's beating whoever he faces.
There's one guy currently on the roster that
What do we get Ray
deserves to be
Phoenix,
a
bro? I don't
Mania
care.
right now. He doesn't have a path.
Fire.
Orton should do an open challenge, and it should be answered by Dom Mysterio.
Oh.
Is he not in the Fatal 4-Way? Is he not
Yeah,
in the
he is.
Fatal 4-Way
Yeah,
for the IC title?
Yeah, he is.
At Mania,
Well,
he's
they
gonna
set it up with
he's a part of the
they set it up
story.
with Liv Morgan.
He's
Liv
part of
Morgan
the-
was basically like, I'm gonna talk to Adam Pearce.
I mean, maybe he might be in that.
Or
If
he
he's
could just
not,
face,
then
man,
he
he
should
could just face
wrestle.
Ray too, I guess, because Ray ain't doing shit. So want to be Ray Mysterio.
Ray and Randy again.
Man, if
WrestleMania 22
Randy's just
Bro,
gonna have
I'm
a
not
random
60
match,
years old, bro. I don't want that.
if Randy Orton is just gonna have a random
Chill on
match,
Ray, bro.
it's got to be the setup. He's got to have an angle. Somebody got to debut. Somebody got to kick him in the face. Put him through a table.
Yeah,
Sheamus
bring
would
out
be
some
fine.
Black
That'd be cool.
Adam.
Give him Sheamus. That'd be cool. Sheamus ain't
Oh
doing
yeah,
shit right
give him 15.
Sheamus and
Give him
Orton would be a
15. Gee,
throwback.
don't
Those
do
matches
that.
weren't
now. Sheamus ain't doing nothing right now too, bro. He ain't doing
those
nothing.
matches weren't that great.
But
Is there at least
back then
stakes on the
Sheamus
line?
wasn't as polished as an in-ring performer.
That
as he
is
now.
also
Just a
true.
match.
That is
I mean, you
also
got 2 weeks. Who they gonna find in 2 weeks? You got 2
Bro,
weeks.
let them-
That's
bro,
what I'm
give him-
saying,
Bro,
bro.
give them
Hey,
throwing
13
Sheamus.
minutes
You
and let him.
know what?
Let him
Screw
fight.
it. Ray Phoenix versus Randy Orton. Fuck it.
Phoenix
That's
would
what I
have
said.
to.
Ray Phoenix.
Phoenix
I
would have
don't
to
think
win.
Ray Phoenix should win.
I'm cool with that.
Randy's
I'm
not
cool with that.
losing. That's the problem.
Oh,
But I think Ray Phoenix.
I mean,
would be
he
fine
can
taking him
lose.
off.
He
He should be
got
okay.
the
taking
friend-
him
Here's
off.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Did y'all
He
think
can lose
Randy
at
was gonna beat
WrestleMania.
Kevin Owens?
Huh?
Yes.
Did y'all think Randy was going to beat Kevin Owens?
Yes.
100%
Yes.
for sure.
The way the
Yes.
story was, yes.
Yeah.
For
But here's the thing.
sure.
Randy can lose
Yeah.
at Mania and then win at Backlash in his hometown, whatever match he has.
Oh, good job. There we go.
You know, get him
Well,
one
I
back.
think
I'm just
Randy
getting
has
sick
to
of the
win
Sheamus
because he's
disrespect
been
on
Cena
this
on
podcast.
that.
Every time Sheamus.
Wait,
gets
you
brought
want
up,
you want
somebody's
Randy
like,
versus Sheamus?
Oh God!
If they need,
not
they gotta
Mania.
find somebody in
At
2 weeks.
Mania.
They gotta find somebody in 2 weeks.
At
Sheamus ain't doing
Mania,
nothing.
Sheamus deserves a
Oh my
Mania spot. I mean,
fucking
I
God.
don't know.
Why y'all
Against
tweaking on
Randy
my
Orton.
man,
Oh
though?
my-
Why y'all tweaking on my man?
That shit was at a SummerSlam.
We
and
got
that
a
shit
match
didn't
set
feel
up.
like it
Why
belonged.
y'all
Let's not do
tweaking on
that.
my man's like Sheamus ain't
Oh,
like
so-
Or I mean, if they
SummerSlam
want to
15
continue
season.
the I guess the Kevin story. I mean, Sami Zayn not doing shit either, so we can throw him in there if they had to. If he's not hurt, I don't know if he's hurt or not, but
No, I mean,
I
can
don't
we
think-
do El
that would
Grande
make sense.
Americano against Randy Orton?
Oh my.
See, I'm cool with that. Yep. There you go.
I am
Yep,
cool
there you
with
go.
that, actually.
Nick Aldis would be cool. But in
Wait,
a
what's
2 week
the
build,
story?
I don't know.
Is it El
Yeah, I mean,
It's El Grande.
okay.
It's
Here's
gonna
the
be
thing.
Grande Americano
Here-
versus Rey Mysterio.
Whoa. You talking
Rey
about
wants to
2 week
come
builds?
out.
So why the fuck should Sheamus face Randy Orton if you're talking about 2 week builds? That shit makes no sense.
That is
What?
Nick Aldis hasn't
That is
wrestled in
kinda-
WWE yet, though. He hasn't had a match in WWE at all.
Yeah, but people. Okay, but look, you look at Nick Aldis. You like, even if you don't know that he's a wrestler, you're like, oh, he could probably fuck somebody up. Look, he liked that. He liked that. And Randy Orton already RKO'd him twice, so he already got that history. You're like, look, I used to wrestle. I'm the general manager. You know what? Look, you ain't got a match. Nobody else wants to step up. I got it. Fine. Like, we can't find nobody else. Let's do it. Super easy. It doesn't. Not everything needs like months and months and months to build. Like, it's easy. Like, he took 2 RKOs. He came back the week after. Like, he built like that. Like, cool. Let's fight. Let's do it. Like, you want to RKO me twice? You got the fine. Cool. The fine's cool and all. But the ultimate fine, you face me at WrestleMania. Boom. Easy. Let's go. William Regal, SmackDown general
This would be
manager.
the first, Nick
All
Aldis
this-
has had wrestling hype since he became general manager. So
Yeah.
the only reason he hasn't
we know
wrestled
he
yet
can.
is
We
'cause
know he
recovered
can
from
wrestle, but
injury.
not everybody knows that though.
And-
There's
and
people,
I-
Well, they gonna
people
find
really
out.
don't know that.
They gonna find out.
Literally,
They're gonna find out at WrestleMania.
listen. I'm telling you, WWE fans are so, like the casuals are so easy to impress. Literally, this nigga just has to do an arm drag on Randy Orton. People are like, "Oh my god, he actually liked that." Okay, literally, that's it.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
Nate, I hear
WrestleMania.
you.
It's that easy. It's literally that easy.
Nate, I hear you.
We question Nick Aldis.
But we also have to. No, we're not. But here's the thing: we also have to remember how does nigga Triple H like to book. He not gonna speed rush a Nick Aldis
But it's-
in ring in WWE.
But it is like last minute. It's very last minute. And he RKO'd Nick Aldis. Why would he RKO Nick Aldis if that was just like they weren't going to do it?
No. I'm with Braxton. No. Hey, wait. No. I'm with Braxton. Have a backstage segment with that nigga carrying Dross.
Okay. Never mind. I recheck what I said.
That would make sense. And I would love it. Oh my gosh.
I'm fine with that.
No, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired.
And then you can have Randy Orton turn heel later in the year. There you go.
Tired. I don't know why people are throwing out this narrative. I've seen it so much, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I swear to God. Why do y'all want him to be the special guest referee for Cody and Cena? That is the worst option.
Who said
what the fuck?
Bro, people are saying it all over social media.
Yeah,
really?
Shut this conversation down.
Malik, send the messages.
I don't know why people. We get that he has ties to Cena, and we get he has ties to Cody. Yes, but you want Randy Orton to be a referee at WrestleMania in the main event?
Let me guess. Their idea is, oh, Randy has to count the pin for his biggest rival. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't want that, bro. I'd much rather him face Sheamus. I'd much rather him face Nick Aldis, Karrion Kross, whoever, bro.
That's disgusting.
He could face El Grande Americano. I would take that over him being.
That's match of the night.
El Grande.
That would be
Grande, whatever.
That's match of the night.
Grande would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Honestly, AG, you might like it, but you could always throw Melo in there.
You better than Chad Gable. That's for sure.
You could always throw Melo in there too.
Because what Melo finna do in Mania? A pretty deadly feud?
He gonna be in that tag team match they gonna have with them tag. It's him and Miz, bro. I'm telling you.
Get the fuck up.
I'm trying to tell y'all, Melo Miz wasn't that bad.
It's him.
That shit's
I don't mind.
Nah, the Austin was bad. But Melo Miz.
I don't like it, bro. I just can't. Every time I look at it, I'm like, bro, Carmelo, he deserves better, bro. Miz is great too. It's not like they're both bad, but it's like y'all really got nothing for him to do, bro. Y'all put him in the tag team.
Wait, Malik.
Okay, fine. Nothing for him to do, bro.
Hey, Malik. Hey, devil's advocate here, but hey,
at least he on TV though.
Hey, Daniel Bryan had the Miz as his pro. And look how Daniel Bryan turned out. You know what I mean?
They'll just use the NXT game show as a comparison.
And Daniel Bryan got fired after that too.
Somebody in the chat said Uncle Howdy. I don't know.
Nah.
Please do not regurgitate.
Nah, that needs build. That's the one that needs build.
Oh, I forgot.
Might be the best option. I mean, it's kind of a downgrade, but I mean, it might be the best option though.
Bro, Karrion Kross might be the best option.
Also, people might not want this idea.
It's a short build they can make work.
It's nice to have Randy at WrestleMania, but he could always just like not have a match either. Because I'm more even with the Kevin Owens feud, the story was fire. It was one of the least matches I was looking forward to. I wasn't looking forward to the match itself. The story was fire.
If they would have put a stipulation on it, I would have been looking forward to it.
Give it more time to give another match more. Give like 2 matches more time. Like I'm cool with that. Like Randy doesn't have.
Let's give Bayley and Lyra versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I didn't say that fucking match. Relax. God damn it.
Wait, what did you say?
I said let's give Bayley and Lyra.
Oh, like LA Knight and Jacob, like that could use more time. Like what the fuck?
Absolutely.
He can fight Braun Strowman. Go ahead and he can beat Braun Strowman at Mania. He ain't doing nothing either.
Oh, Randy and Braun Strowman sound nice. I'm cool with it.
He can fight Braun Strowman.
That match? What?
That man cooked already.
Hold on, bro. Braun Strowman got Randy like this, and Randy just go
RKO.
Out of the power slam.
That match would be ass.
They cook off. I mean, he did that.
I'm about to say it like
that match would be ass.
I'll lose that one spot for.
Look, I rock with Braun Strowman nowadays, but he is literally there to put over whatever next big threat they need.
I'm cool
with that.
That's his
job. He don't.
Braun Strowman, an underrated in-ring guy, bro. I'm cool with that.
He is, but him and Randy, they don't match.
Him and Randy
they don't
bro.
match.
Don't worry about it, bro.
We'll see.
Just have him 2-on-1 handicap.
Let's get
Evans, bro. Tell him to run it back again, bro.
Javon Evans?
Hey, I mean, they're never
again. Randy, you can have Randy win the battle royal. How about that?
No, he's not.
How about that?
Him at WrestleMania.
Randy Orton.
Right.
Look,
hell no.
With the trophy,
bro.
They're not gonna do Randy like that, bro.
Again, I'm not saying Randy's not gonna be at Mania. I know he's gonna be at Mania. I'm not saying
he has bro. That's actually
he's
that's actually
he's gonna be there though. I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna argue that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
cry. If I saw that, I would actually cry, bro.
Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton.
I mean, shit, they got history.
Crazy, Braxton. That's crazy.
All right, let's get to these lists we're gonna talk about real quick.
This up.
So everybody make sure to get the list up.
I'm ready to get cooked. Let's see it.
No, I mean, this is just your list.
Oh, them old heads gonna hate me. I'm not gonna lie.
So when we talked about like with build, right? I'm assuming this like that was just our personal like.
Yeah, it's just whatever you feel.
Favorite stories going.
Yeah, cool. Then
whatever you think that had the best stories plus the best matches.
Best matches.
So the stories that were really good with matches that lived up to the story.
Right.
Cool.
But there was a lot of them that I left off. Like I feel bad.
So we can get into the ones below. We can get into like the ones that we did for fun. So we could do. I want to see what y'all had for this one. So what are your top 5 favorite Mania matches?
Can I go?
Oh, favorite? Go ahead, Jay.
I'll go first.
These are just your
because he's seen the most. He lifted the most.
Just to be.
What you said? Personal faves?
Yeah, just to be clear,
Nate, is there a oak tree?
How this
what?
What?
What did you say?
What did he say?
You mean is there an oak tree? Is there an oak tree?
Hey yo. Jade, my guy, bro.
What the fuck?
We did this. Wait, hold on.
No, I can't say what I meant by what I thought. I can't say.
Next, move on.
That's an old idiom when you threaten someone to a fight. You say,
"This nigga old as fuck."
Jay,
you know what Jay said? Hey, you know what Jay said? Hey, Jay said this.
I was not even thinking of that.
I was.
Oh, my chair was broke. Fuck.
Take it back to the old school days.
Time out.
Back in my day.
This show was
good old days.
This show was
good old days.
Y'all ain't hear what Lewis said though. That's crazy.
No, what he say?
I know what you was thinking about, Lewis.
No, I heard.
That's fucking crazy, nigga.
What did he say?
I love you, Jay.
I can't say it. I can't.
I just gotta stop speaking in idioms.
Nah, Lewis,
because my idioms obviously.
Yeah, that might be an old school throwback line right there. I didn't even.
It is.
That's the age gap. That's the age gap.
You heard on. It's an old thing you heard on old TV shows when you want to fight somebody. You say, "After
by the old oak tree,
under the old oak tree or whatever."
Yeah. Sounds like some John Wayne stuff. All right, so what we're gonna do is everybody's gonna name their top 5 just their personal favorite WrestleMania matches of all time. So it's just what everybody's favorite is. It doesn't have to be to please anybody. It's just your favorite. So
for sure.
We did this specific category a couple of years ago on the Player's Choice podcast. So for anyone who maybe remembers what we said on that, my list may not match what I said back then. I just evaluated it fresh. So these were the 5 I landed on. My favorite 5 WrestleMania matches that I can go back to time after time. Number 1 is and will always be HBK versus Angle at 21. And number 2, the IC ladder match at 31 that Daniel Bryan ultimately won. It's my favorite multi-man match in WrestleMania history. Number 3, HBK Taker at 25. I don't need to explain that. Number 4, Bryan and Kofi at 35. And then 5 was the Firefly Funhouse match. Those are my personal 5 favorite WrestleMania matches.
All right. Not bad. Go ahead, Mo.
Me? All right. Number 1, Brock, Roman, and Seth, WrestleMania 31. Number 2, Taker HBK, WrestleMania 25. Number 3, Bryan versus Edge versus Reigns, WrestleMania 37, night 2. Number 4, Austin versus Rock, WrestleMania X7. And then number 5, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 40.
Nice list. I'll pass it to Lewis. I'll let Lewis go.
All right, chat. These are top 5 personal favorites. So you virgins need to clean out your ears and fucking listen. These are favorites, so don't fucking shoot us. And number 1, I think everybody knows I am the Gunther Glazer of the century. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania 39. And number 2, I have End of an Era at WrestleMania 28. And number 3, this is more of sentimental value. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania 40. Damian Priest cashing in. At number 4, I have Hogan and Warrior at WrestleMania 6. I just rewatched that match, and it's fucking fire. I love it. I don't know why. I just love it. And at number 5, Undertaker versus Edge at WrestleMania 24.
All right.
Solid.
Nate.
And this is personal, right?
Yeah.
All right. So personal number 1, which is a very, very interesting hot take. I actually got a video about it. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 40, in my opinion, is the greatest professional wrestling match of all time, just because it encapsulates everything that professional wrestling is. So I'm not talking bell to bell. I'm talking like
that's not a crazy.
You wrap everything else.
Yeah.
Well, some people, Colin, no make it Dominion. But anyway, Shawn versus Taker WrestleMania 25, which used to be my favorite WrestleMania match of all time until Roman versus Cody. Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania 36, just the peak cinematic match, just wonderful story. Actually, like everything kind of came back to life recently, so that makes that even more like beautiful, that match. Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston WrestleMania 35, the build and everything, and the match itself, the moment of Kofi Mania, even Byron Saxton on commentary just made me tear up. It was such a beautiful moment. Number 5, also because of the sentimental value and something that resonated with me, was Bianca versus Sasha at WrestleMania 37. Even the ending, when you saw Bianca's dad about to fucking jump the barricade like it was a high school fucking football game, was just everything in that match was beautiful. Michael Cole's commentary, Bianca lifting Sasha and throwing her up the steps, throwing her back in the ring, and then the ending was great. That's my number 5. So.
That almost made my list, and we have 3.
I don't know why this made me. This is so funny. This is fucking hilarious to me. I had to share this one.
Oh, rise for the French fries.
Sammy versus Jackass Crew. I was there for that. That was a really entertaining match. I'm not gonna lie. Very entertaining.
Which one?
Yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely, Jay. That's literally my sentiment. It was better than what the fuck I thought it was gonna be.
I was at that Mania. The best match that I saw was Becky versus Bianca, but the most entertaining match was definitely Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville for sure.
Well, funny enough, for my personal favorite, Becky versus Bianca is on there because to me that is the best women's match, at least at Mania, that I personally have ever seen. I think, especially with the context prior that we thought Bianca was cooked because of the way she lost that title. Right, just her rise back and pretty much establishing a new star, but like especially like bluntly stated, Bianca being a black woman, they just weren't really pushed like that. So for her to be like, yeah, you're our new top star in this company or in this division, that was great for me. My personal favorite, it's not most people's, but mine is Taker HBK 26 because of the story that went in behind it. I think because that's pretty much around the time when I kind of started coming back to wrestling. And the earliest memory I have of that is Triple H literally talking to Shawn. It's like, bro, like you're hitting referees, you're getting fined and all that stuff. He's like, you're willing to risk your career. And he's like, if I can't beat The Undertaker, I have no career. Love that. Like that.
I mean, spoiler alert, G. I have 25 on my list of best in-ring matches, but I have 26 on my list of best builds.
Yeah.
That may be the best.
Yeah, that show was elite.
It was incredible.
And then these ones are pretty much kind of obvious. I have end of an era, kind of playing off of that. End of an era is in there. Cody Roman 2, obviously. I mean, shoot, my girl can't stand WWE. But she was right there watching with me, screaming. I'm reacting to everything. Cody doing the triple crossroads. I'm like, one more. Yeah, so. And then WrestleMania. WrestleMania to me, because, again, we obviously knew how it went down with CM Punk. But, like, just watching that whole process happen and knowing that, like, he was actually going to get that moment. And then up until the Miracle on Bourbon Street. Yeah, beautiful. And am I missing one? Did I say all 4? Yeah, I said all 4. I said all 5. I said all 4. Yeah.
5. Yeah. Okay. What you got?
Mine might be a little bit different. So I do have Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior on mine. This is in no order. Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior is definitely one of my favorite matches to watch for sure. End of an era. I have Roman Cody 2. I have Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels, and one of my all-time favorite matches that I've always said is underrated. I have John Cena versus Triple H at WrestleMania. That's one of my favorite matches.
Very underrated.
Nate, the Firefly Funhouse match would be on there, but I did want to give Bianca some love. But Firefly Funhouse,
best cinematic match to me.
Honestly, that's what I was like. Okay, Bray Wyatt might be saved. Bray Wyatt might be saved. We might.
They could have saved him. Yeah.
I think Cena and Triple H, if I would say anything about it, I think Cena and Triple H is one of the most fascinating, I guess I'll use the term case study. It's one of the most fascinating case studies in crowd dynamics.
I agree.
In wrestling history. The way that the crowd completely flipped the story of that match on its head. And instead of doing it, you kind of compare it to The Rock and Hogan, the way the crowd did the exact same thing, and Rock and Hogan in the middle of the match changed the story, but Triple H and Cena just stuck with it. So comparatively, when you compare those two matches, they are strikingly similar situations with the way the crowd reacted to the match, but the wrestlers in the match reacted to them so differently. So yeah, that match is a fascinating case study in crowd.
That's part of the reason why I like it so much. It's just so unique and different, and I don't know. I just really like. I just really like the match. I've always liked that match a lot. So, so we did our 5 favorites. What are your 5 WrestleMania matches that you hate? That you did?
Can I go first? Let me go first. Omos versus Brock. I hate Omos versus Brock because I knew going into that match that the in-ring action was not going to be good, and it wasn't. I don't care what the fuck you tell me. But at the very least, they could have made the right decision and put Omos over, and they didn't. So that match, all in all, from beginning to end, was absolutely, just like much of that night, was absolutely terrible. I'm probably going to get more because I always get hate on this from you guys. Cody versus Roman at 39. I still hate it. I still can't think about Cody and Roman at 39 without getting pissed off. I don't care what happened after. I don't care how good 40 was. They could have made 39 just as good as they made 40. I think that Roman, with how little he was on television after that, feeds into it. The longer I go, the more I hate the decision they made at WrestleMania 39. Number 3, Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole. It is the single most embarrassing WrestleMania match.
You enjoyed that?
It is the single most embarrassing WrestleMania match I've ever seen. It's asinine that they would even consider doing that. Not to mention we had to put up with the build for that match, which went on for 6.5 years, and Michael Cole was the most irritating personality on television. Completely god-awful. Number 4, any women's match prior to 2014.
Jesus Christ. So wait, you ain't like Santina Morello?
And then, no. And then at number 5, for booking reasons and because the match itself was so underwhelming, Charlotte versus Asuka.
Oh, wow.
You didn't like the match?
I already know Malik.
No,
it's not that good.
I think the match just like everything else that night, 34, in my opinion, had a very slow pace. It was very hard to watch in spots. AJ versus Shinsuke struggled a little bit with it too. There was something about the energy in the room that night. It was really weird. So I didn't like the in-ring action. It was super disappointing. And then obviously top 5 worst decisions ever made at WrestleMania for Charlotte to not only end the streak, but make Asuka tap out.
Yeah.
So, yep, those were the 5.
All right.
Who next?
What about you?
Is it me? So the personal matches that I absolutely can't stand. I'm gonna just get this one out the way. Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor at Hell in a Cell. Can't stand it. Pissed me the fuck off. That was literally the catalyst for the biggest meme that I share in every group chat I have, because what the fuck are you guys thinking? That's one.
This whole list could have been
honestly, I thought about it, Jade. I thought about it. Other than Gunther and them, I could have played all of night 2. Right? Yeah. But I didn't. Bianca and Asuka wasn't that bad. They just made the wrong decision. Finn Balor, that was just horrible. What's it called? So that's 1. 2, I'm also with you. Charlotte versus Asuka, WrestleMania 34. Again, stupid, horrible decision. What a bad match that followed. Not only that, Oscar tapped the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was.
Didn't get put to sleep.
Shit was bad.
Didn't get pinned. But tapped the fuck out. Horrible. What's it called? Number 3. When I tell y'all, to this day, I will still absolutely positively hate House of Horrors. I will absolutely positively hate House of Horrors.
That was Payback.
That wasn't a Mania?
That was Payback.
Payback.
You mean the match where
What
they
was
projected?
What was the Mania match?
You mean the one where
The
they projected
bugs?
maggots and crap on the ring?
That wasn't Mania?
That was that Mania.
The House of Wars, that was Payback.
Bro, I swear, bro, the whole time I was thinking that
because I remember Jinder attacked Randy, and they went off and did their bullshit.
That wasn't at Mania?
Nah. Mania was the one where they projected the maggots on the ring.
Well, okay, so that's what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, that
wasn't the House of Horrors though.
No,
okay,
no.
That was a regular singles match, which actually makes it worse.
Okay, so then, I lump it all together, but because I thought all of it happened but no, that match where they projected the bugs on the ring,
that makes it worse.
Match. That shit was horrendous. And it was so disappointing too. I hate that match. What did I say? 3. What's it called? What was the other match I couldn't stand? I didn't write these ones down because I had the other ones written down. Fuck. Shit. That tag team classic with the women. I'm not gonna lie.
39.
Yeah. For night 2.
That was bad.
That was bad. Like, because watching it real time, it's like I get we need everybody on the card, but what are we doing?
We didn't need everybody on the card.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, that aggravated my soul. Was that 5? 5. That's no, 5. I know what 5 is. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
Fair enough.
And honestly, it's because the build was damn near great. I won't say top tier, but it was damn near great.
Yeah.
And for them to put on that bullshit,
I wasn't shocked. Yeah.
Nate, you want to go?
Yeah, I like G. I didn't write these ones down, so I'm thinking them as we go. Number 1, I literally was going to type in Roman Reigns versus someone else, but it autocorrected to Taker. I was like, actually, let's do that one. Roman Reigns versus Taker, WrestleMania 33. That. And just the fact that Taker didn't really retire after that, cool.
Ages worse.
And this is personal, right? This is just things we just personally don't like. Okay, so I got Roman versus Triple H. That was the one I originally wanted to write. Was Roman versus Triple H? Just why are we doing this? I'm gonna give Roman a break because I don't want to shit on him too much.
You could have kept going.
I'm just gonna say
he had some bad ones.
I mean, we could have.
I feel like the Triple H match, like the match quality wasn't bad. It just went on so long, it was boring. Like it was like 30 minutes, bro. Like
speaking of Triple H, and some people might hate me for this one, Triple H versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 33. Fuck that match. Too long. Damn near fell asleep during that match. Yes. Well, not ass. It was just boring. I fell asleep. I almost fell asleep.
It dragged.
The show's already long enough. It dragged way too long. That's number 3. Let's see. What else? Something personally that I just don't like. I mean, it's got to be on here. Taker versus Gonzalez, bro. Like, what are we doing?
I just watched this show.
Like, what are we doing, bro? I remember being like 9 and watching this and be like, this is ass. This
worst
is so bad.
I swear to God.
It's so bad.
I don't care.
And just for shits and giggles, Shane McMahon versus The Miz.
God. Wait.
Just because.
Wait.
The one where he tore his quad. That was a match. That was a match.
I thought you were talking about the real match.
I was like,
the 35.
Yeah, I enjoyed that straight.
Hey, but honorable mention, I didn't say it, but obviously we all know everybody hates Roman versus Brock at 34.
Yeah, we know.
That's on my list. That's on my list.
Everybody know that.
We don't gotta be on that. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I will. I'm telling you.
Lewis, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. At number 1, Brett versus Vince at 26. That shit.
That
shit is trash.
I blocked that shit out of my mind.
One of the worst probably the worst fucking Mania
match
that card. I swear to God, that shit was. What was the reason? Like most of the match was the wannabe Hart Dynasty jumping Vince outside.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was so Vince could give Brett his.
I don't give a fuck.
If it was like 5 minutes, cool. They dragged it. That's the thing.
That shit was ass.
Yeah. Bret Hart wrestling in the shorts and t-shirt. Oh my God.
Oh,
ass. Him beating Miz was ass too, but we'll get to that later.
That's real. Yeah.
Jimmy versus Jay. No, don't need to go any further. Number 3, Malik. I think you might probably have this on your list, but I genuinely cannot fucking stand because the hype, the mystery behind it, and what we actually got. Braun Strowman and Nicholas versus the Bar. I hate that fucking match. I hate it. I was
laughing. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm one of the few people that actually like that match.
Yeah, I was laughing, but it's stupid.
I was laughing.
Yeah, I was laughing too.
They had a chance
but
to
it's dumb.
do something so cool with the mystery partnership, and the best thing you gave us was Nicholas. And it should have been Bobby. Not only that, but you squashed one of the best tag teams you had in your time frame.
Yep.
That shit was ass.
I mean, Braun Strowman squashed the whole tag team division the night before.
It was ass too.
Yeah. Well, that goes into
the whole handle was ass, and then your execution. Like, okay, at least Braun Strowman might team up with somebody cool. No, it's Nicholas. And then on top of that, you had to give up the tag titles 2 weeks later because he had fucking school.
The next night.
The next night, that shit was ass.
Where Nicholas at, bro? Come get your belt back.
Number 4. I love both these guys, but it's not. It's Angle and Corbin at 35. Like,
yeah, that shit's ass.
Like, why not? Like, and especially when you find out Angle really wanted to go out with Cena. Like, why couldn't you?
Exactly. You hate that because
what makes it even worse.
Lewis.
He was at WrestleMania.
Bro, Corbin
in the Thugonomics gear too.
But it's that Corbin tried too. Like Corbin, like he tried. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing against Corbin. It's just Angle should have been in there with John fucking Cena. Yep. Should have been.
Yeah.
And it was out. On top of that, Angle lost. On top of that. Number 5, I had to put hatred in for this bitch somewhere. My Via versus Cena at 29, dog shit, ass. I hate the build. I hate the story. I hate everything. Shit's trash. The motherfucker tore every bone in his body 2 minutes in. That shit was so bad.
Like Cam, bro. I'm tired of hearing that. Tired of hearing.
At least he put over Cena this time around. But I hate the
match. What do you have?
So in order, number 5. Khali versus Kane, WrestleMania 23. It's exemplary of why the fuck I hate the great Khali. Number 4, Hogan versus Yoko, WrestleMania 9. Worst main event of all time. Cannot change my mind. WrestleMania number 3, Lesnar versus Reigns, WrestleMania 34.
Is that not then the worst main event of all time?
No.
Yes.
No. Hogan Yoko's the worst. But the fact that the first match was so good and they did everything wrong in the second match. It's just everything going into it, everything during the match. 6 F5s. What are we doing? Fuck that match. Number 2, Cole versus Lawler, WrestleMania 27. It is the worst match on my least favorite show of all time. So fuck that shit. And number 1, Gonzalez versus Taker, WrestleMania 9. Worst match on the worst WrestleMania of all time.
Can I be devil's advocate with the call?
No. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear.
Oh, gee.
We're running out of time.
Even if we have time, I don't want to hear
shit.
Next.
Gee, no.
Damn, y'all.
Gee, no, bro.
No. There's no caping for WrestleMania 9. Absolutely not.
No, 9 one of the worst WrestleMania.
No, he's talking about Cole versus Lawler, bro.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. I don't want to hear nothing else.
I was just playing.
That's even worse.
You better.
So my list is a little bit different. I have the 5 matches that I hate the most. I have Randy Orton, Triple H, WrestleMania 25. Just for the fact the build was so good, only for the match to be as bad as it was. Super disappointing. Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler. I just don't understand why they gave Jerry Lawler his only WrestleMania match ever against Michael Cole out of all people. Like, they couldn't find anybody better. This was at the time, too, when the roster wasn't even that stacked. He could have fought Jack Swagger, bro, for all I care, bro. Like, at least give him somebody who can actually wrestle, bro. And why is Stone Cold the referee of this terrible match, bro? Like, why is he even there? This is terrible. Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio. Why is this a world championship match at WrestleMania?
Whoa!
The last match with a big gold on that card. Yeah.
The 2 most scoreless guys you could think of to fight for the world heavyweight title at a WrestleMania, bro. I don't even understand it. It's so bad, bro. They didn't even give Jack Swagger a full entrance, bro. Y'all realize that? Y'all remember that? His entrance got cut off during the promo package.
Yeah.
He was already making his entrance when the promo package ended, bro.
In a world title match.
That's how much they didn't care about this match, bro. I hate this match with a passion, bro. And I was never a Del Rio guy. I was never a Jack Swagger guy either. So the fact that they fought in the world championship scene at WrestleMania,
Absolutely.
Yeah, bathroom break match for me, bro. I don't need to see that. And then the next two matches are WrestleMania 34 matches. One of them is Taker versus Cena. The fact that we waited years to get this and they gave us a squash match, bro, I'll never get over that, bro. I couldn't believe that. Like, not even the fact that
bad.
Not even the fact that it was a squash match, bro. He got squashed by an old Undertaker. This is old Undertaker. Might I add you? Old man Undertaker, bro.
After he lost
the streak died, bro.
And he lost to Roman too.
Mind you, last time
I'm
about to say, last time we saw Undertaker, he looked horrible against Roman Reigns. That was the last time we saw him, bro.
The fact that he got in shape for a long match, they did a squash match, bro.
Like the story they told Cena,
like
telling the whole story leading up to Mania, super interesting, super good. The anticipation of Taker coming back, cool, fun. We get a squash match at that WrestleMania, bro. It was terrible. And then the last one, by far the worst WrestleMania main event ever. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, bro. They built this match up like this was going to be something great. It's going to be a cooking match right here. You put the two guys in the main event that the fans did not care enough to see or want to fight for the championship. And nobody genuinely reacted to anything they did in this match. Roman Reigns bled in this match and people still didn't care. That's how bad it was, bro. There's nothing they could have done to make this work. And the fact that Roman Reigns took 6 F5s when we saw other guys get beat with just one. And Roman Reigns had it took 6 to take down Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, bro. It is the worst main event they've ever had in the history of WrestleMania, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
I've always said that should have been a triple threat. They should have found a way to put Seth in there. They should have found a way to put Seth in there. And
put Seth in there. Could have been sure. Could have been cool.
The story could have wrote itself. Balor could have won the IC title in the opener. Cool. That shit was ass.
No, it was definitely bad, man. It was definitely bad. The next two we could run through. We could do. I want to see what y'all have for the worst WrestleManias ever. We're talking about the shows now. We're talking about just.
Let me go first.
Shows in total, right? Go ahead.
At number 5, WrestleMania 27. It's just you should know better by 2011. You've done WrestleMania since 1985. You should just know better. Number 4, WrestleMania 4. This doesn't get enough slander. It is so boring, and it is saved by the fact Savage won.
They did a fucking tournament at WrestleMania.
What the fuck are we doing? They lucky Savage won.
But you know what though? And what was that? What year was that? 1988. 88. In 88, they probably thought that shit was good. I'm talking about in that year.
It could have been good if it would have been like in that man, and then.
They had just done one of the. They had just done 3, which turned out to be one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time.
That's crazy.
And they fought. I swear to God,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Go ahead.
Number 3, WrestleMania 2. Look, I respect the ambition, but 3-city concept was not going to work, especially when you're giving them duds.
Yeah, 3 cards, 3 arenas, and all of them sucked.
The best match on the card was fine at best.
Piper versus Mr.
Uncle Elmer versus Adrian Adonis, bro. Fuck out. Fuck out. Number 2, WrestleMania 11. This is the most boring WrestleMania of all time. Just straight up, most boring. And then WrestleMania 9 at number 1. WrestleMania 9 is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
It's bad booking, bad matches, and then you're supposed to. This was supposed to be the jumping off point for the new generation, and you gave it back to Hogan. Fuck out of here. Fuck WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, listen, I don't even have to take up much time because 4 out of the 5 me and Mo agree on. I threw in, just as a caveat, Mania 36, not only because it was at the Performance Center, and you could argue that show just shouldn't have happened at all. But not only that, but there was some terrible booking decisions at that show. Charlotte beat Rhea Ripley. Becky beat Shayna Baszler. There was just the most memorable thing of that show was Kevin Owens jumping off of the sign, and that's literally all I remember from that show. You could argue that show just shouldn't have happened in the first place, but the reason I struggle putting it on there is because it's not like they could help that it was COVID. You know, it's not their fault. But and I know that's a rough spot for you, Malik, because you're supposed to go to that Mania. But yeah, it not only because it was COVID, but I think people get lost in the COVID part and forget that there was some really shitty decision-making things going on at that WrestleMania. And I think even if fans had been there, if they made those same decisions, it wasn't going to save the show. So, but the rest of my list, 4 out of the 5, WrestleMania 9, terrible. 2, terrible. 27, Snooki, Michael Cole, and Great Khali were on that card. And then WrestleMania 4 is one of the most underrated for how bad it is.
It doesn't get shit on enough.
That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So my list is We have 4 that I agree on, but there is one that I definitely have on here.
Oh, I know.
It's definitely not 4. WrestleMania 2 is definitely on here for sure. Three different cities for a Wrestlemania it is. I mean, I guess they were experimenting at that time, so I mean, I guess WrestleMania 9 is the worst WrestleMania ever still to this day. WrestleMania 11 by far terrible. WrestleMania 27 super bad for sure. I mean, very like in 2011, I guess at that time, I don't really remember, but I guess in 2011 you look at it and watching it in real time, it didn't seem as bad because they were working with what they had at that time. But then like you look back like now and then you see what actually was on the show, like the core, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, The Miz and Cena had to be the main event. Like if Undertaker and Triple H wasn't on that show, that literally could have been the worst WrestleMania ever.
It'd be the worst ever.
If that match hadn't happened, that could have been the worst WrestleMania in history. Like it was really that bad. And then for WrestleMania 34, easily on here. That's the most poorly booked WrestleMania that didn't need to be bad. It's on here for that reason. That WrestleMania didn't have to be as bad as it was.
That card is,
and they made all the possible wrong decisions you could think of. Shinsuke turning heel and losing, Asuka streak ending by Charlotte, Braun Strowman had to team up with the Child, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns was the main event. John Cena got squashed by The Undertaker. The Bludgeon Brothers also squashed the New Day and the Usos, which could have been a very good tag team match. Like they made every possible wrong decision you could think of. Jinder Mahal wins the U.S. title over Rusev Day. You know, like everything you could think of that possibly went bad on that show, they literally sat down in a creative meeting and said, how can we make all the worst decisions today? This is what we're going to do. I'm convinced it had to be the worst poorly booked WrestleMania ever.
Which one is
I do got to say,
go ahead.
dishonorable mention to WrestleMania 15. Dog shit show.
That was going to make my list. That was about to make my list, but...
Which one
you had that on your list? Okay.
Which one is
it was about to. It was about to, but it didn't.
Enzo and Cass didn't get their moment.
33.
Stop it.
The one before got you. Okay.
Go ahead, G.
Let it go.
You can say
Yeah, go ahead, G.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and act like that I've seen every single one of them old ass manias front to back. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that. So just from what I vividly remember watching, right? 27, 39 night 2, 34, 34, 34. That's how much I fucking I am trolling, but like in all seriousness, with all the other manias that I vividly remember watching, I didn't really hate a lot of them. I just didn't like certain decisions that made that were like the important ones. But as far as that, like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've watched. Now I do agree with y'all. Streaming Mania in 3 different cities, that shit is horrific. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Right, I agree with y'all, but other than in documentaries, I ain't watched that fucking Mania, and I never plan on it. I'm not gonna hold you. I never plan on it. So, but like, yes, 27 in the moment. I think I'm kind of with Malik. If it wasn't for that Triple H and Undertaker match in the moment, you don't realize how bad of a Mania it is until you go back and look at it. You're like,
what, 33?
No, 27.
Oh no, I knew that shit was dog shit.
Well, no, because at the time,
Rock's back.
Guys weren't.
Taker,
Rock is hosting. Taker, Triple H. Cena's still in the main event.
And hey, it's someone different. It's someone different that he's facing. It's like okay,
not
but then you look back.
But then you look back, you're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, 34, 34, 34. Can't stand because as much as I hate 39 night 2, that had bad and then good matches, bad decisions. At the end. No, 34 had the worst possible decisions with the worst possible. Like, if you would have said, Charlotte and Asuka, this is Charlotte's in-ring prime, mind you. Charlotte and Asuka, how do we want to book this match? Let's have the undefeated one tap out.
The undefeated Royal Rumble winner.
The first women's Royal Rumble winner, mind you. The first one. How do we want to book AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura? We know they've had classics in the past. You know what we're gonna do?
I gotta tell you,
should have opened.
I sometimes forget about that point that was the first women's Rumble, and that's a good point. I forget about that. That makes it even worse.
Because honestly, you know what I genuinely thought. Yep. Genuinely in the time, and this could be my fault for believing that the times were changing. When they met, I thought not the whole reason, but I thought when they announced, hey, we're going to have a women's Royal Rumble. I said, this is great. Your first Royal Rumble winner is going to win the world title. Give it to Asuka. No, she fucking tapped out. Hey, let's book the worst version of AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And not only are we going to do that, they're going to have a spin-off feud about kicking each other in their fucking dick. And Shinsuke not going to win neither one of the matches. How long did AJ Styles hold the title by the time we got to Mania? How long was he holding it?
Since November.
November. So he had it for a few months.
So now they want to do long title reigns? Not only that, y'all, and honestly, I don't care because I count this afterwards. Because I think they thought that was so good. Ooh, AJ Styles are making him a new star. You know what they did after he beat Shinsuke 4 times? Beat Samoa Joe 4 times. 4.
Yeah, it was bad.
4. You had 2 of your hardest stars lose to AJ 8 times.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
And then of course,
Nate, you said your list. Nate, I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We pretty much have identical lists, and I'm not going to act like I've seen Mania 2, but based off the reviews I've watched and just the concept alone, what the fuck are we doing? 3 cities, 1 night? Really? Like, what are we doing? And I've seen the main events. I've seen the highlights. I've seen, like, a boxing match as a main event of a what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing, guys? Come on, let's be for real. Let's be for real. It's really hard. This is one that stands out. I'll get to that one last, actually. WrestleMania 4, just the concept alone. Again, the concept alone. Why? A 16-man tournament, one night 14, of WrestleMania. 14-man tournament.
Like that's logical.
It's like 16-match card at WrestleMania. Why? WrestleMania 27, ass. Why? We don't have to get over it. We've already went over it. WrestleMania 9. Unfortunately, I have watched this old-ass WrestleMania. It's fucking terrible. It is fucking as bad as they say it is. 27 has a redeeming factor. The redeeming factor on 9 might be Shawn Michaels versus, what is it, Tino Santana? That might be it. If that's the match, I think that's WrestleMania 8. I don't even know if that's the match. Whatever match Shawn Michaels fucking has this show, it's redeemed. That's like the only, 9. That's literally.
Shawn at the Tatanka?
Like,
yeah.
Shawn at the Tatanka. Yeah.
They peaked in the opener, and that shit
they peaked in the opener. That's literally it. That's literally it.
Shit.
So yeah. The one that I have that y'all don't have is 25.
Really?
Probably bro. It was between this and 26, but I take 20. I will say 26 had at least a good main event. You close the show right. Yeah. Everything else on 24, besides obviously Taker and Shawn, the I Quit match. It was an I Quit match, right? No, it was a Extreme Rules match. That was the Backlash. The Extreme Rules match was cool. You saw Steamboat turn back the clock. That was cool, but everything else is like forgettable. Honestly, no one really remembers.
Taker and Shawn do a lot of heavy lifting.
And
you're right.
There's not much else on this show that's like, oh my god, it's just very uneventful. 26 is uneventful too, dishonorable mention, but at least they close the show on a good note. And Batista and Cena is actually a good match too.
Yeah.
By the way, dishonorable mention to WrestleMania.
Yes,
doesn't get hated on enough.
WrestleMania 18 too. This is the most overrated WrestleMania ever to me.
WrestleMania 13, Austin and Brett backpacked that show.
13 backpacks for sure too. Lewis, what do you have?
What's crazy is when Jade said a dishonorable mention, that's what the fuck I have at 5. WrestleMania 2000 is at 5. But I will say dishonorable mention, WrestleMania 27, terrible. The only reason it stays because everybody up here is slandering it, and I just don't want to be a basic bitch. So I left it off the list, but that shit ass. So at number 5, it's WrestleMania 2000. And number 4, WrestleMania 29. That shit suck ass. Number 3, WrestleMania 32. That shit suck ass. I'm sorry. That shit was ass. They get a little leeway because of injuries that year, but still, no excuse to put together a bad show.
Yeah.
A bad card, yeah.
WrestleMania 34 is at number 2. That shit was ass. And then number 1 is WrestleMania 9. That shit was ass.
Obviously.
I'm glad we agree on that. Just like we all agree, WrestleMania 9 is worse.
He having a match.
He killing it, bro.
The chat was talking about it, so
it's a better match than Taker and Gonzalez.
That's real.
What do you guys have as so what do you have as your best WrestleManias? You don't have to put them in order.
Can I go first?
The 5 best WrestleManias.
I'd like to gladly go first if y'all don't mind. So at my fault. At number 1, WrestleMania 17. Come on, let's cut the bullshit.
Yep.
Number 2, I have WrestleMania 21. Number 3, I have WrestleMania 39. I'm not like G. I think the only truly horrible decision was Edge beating Balor. I'm not on Bianca and Asuka as much as he is. I think in the long run, Bianca winning was the right move. Hot take. Number 4, I have WrestleMania 24, and at number 5, I have WrestleMania 22.
Nice.
Okay. I was waiting to see if you were just going to run down my list. Mine's a little bit different. Number one is X7. There's just something magical about X7. I mean, I can't watch the My Way high promo package without bursting into tears with how beautiful it is. It's so good. Number 2 actually bumped. I did have WrestleMania 30 on my list for a long time. WrestleMania XL bumped it off the list. I've got WrestleMania XL at number 2. Number 3, I do have 21, which has always been one of my favorites. Number 4, I have 31. And then at 5, just because, again, I know other than Mo, it probably wasn't going to get a bunch of love, but it has to be up there for me, WrestleMania 3. It just stands out in a period of 10 straight WrestleMania or 9 straight WrestleManias that were absolute garbage. WrestleMania 3 is like this little piece of gold that sticks out because you got Savage and Steamboat and you got the Andre Hogan encounter. You got several other really good things on that match. I'm not going to go into detail right now, but WrestleMania 3 stands out of those first 9 Manias that were absolute garbage looking back on it. WrestleMania 3 is completely underrated nowadays. So X7, 40, 21, 31, and 3.
For me, no particular order. Of course, you got WrestleMania X7 for sure. WrestleMania 21, which I think is the best WrestleMania of the Ruthless Aggression era. WrestleMania 24 is in my top 5. And then the last 2 are WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40. I think the moments you have with those 2 Manias, the matches, the stories.
We almost had the same list. You just put 40 instead of 22.
Yeah, it's really hard to not put 40 on there after what we got last year.
They literally 39 and 40 literally like flow with each other kind of.
31 used to be on my list, but I had to remove it. So
me too.
Go ahead, Nate.
I have number 1, which I believe is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Is WrestleMania 40. 17 was for the longest time, but last year I think just all the stories that went into it, the matches they had, especially that ending, like that main event, like that's just incredible. So I have it number 1. 17 is my number 2, and everything else pretty much out of order. WrestleMania 39 still like you said, Mo, 39 and 40 like literally go hand in hand. Like this Infinity War and this Endgame, like they're just perfect. And then 24 on paper and in delivery, fantastic. Like just a beautiful WrestleMania. And then 21, like we don't have to. We all know how good 21 was. So,
21 is great.
All right, man. Number 5, I have WrestleMania 39. Number 4, I have WrestleMania 40. Again, those two literally like neck and neck. I go back and forth on which one's better, but I'll stick with that. The rest, number 3, I'm sad none of y'all had it. WrestleMania 19. I think the match quality is insane on that show.
I mean, it's cool.
Barely missed my list.
I'm tired of y'all.
It's good though. It's a really good mania.
Number 2, WrestleMania 21. I think if it had stuck the landing with the match quality in the main events, it would have definitely been my number 1. I'm actually editing a review on that right now. And then number 1, WrestleMania X7. Best wrestling show I've ever seen. Full stop. I love that show to bits. I think it's the apex of the biggest era that we've ever had. And I think for that you gotta tip the cap.
I mean, not crazy to say. So these next 2 are big. I separated it just because some people separate the builds from the matches. So I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. But
if you don't mind, Malik, you can introduce it. But I want to go first, and I want to give mine. I need to give them all at once. I'm gonna have to jump off here soon. I wanted to hang out long enough to make sure I got. But I'll let you guys kind of build the whole list. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry, you were saying what it was.
So these lists are going to be different. We're going to separate the best WrestleMania matches with storyline builds and without storyline builds. So We'll start with the 5 best bell-to-bell in-ring matches that you think have taken place at WrestleMania without the build, not counting what the storyline meant, just the match quality itself.
So, for me, I've said this consistently the entire time we've been doing this podcast. Every time we talk about greatest WrestleMania matches, for me, the greatest in-ring wrestling match is still Angle versus HBK at Mania 21. It's nearly perfect. The way that they sell the injuries and the way that they go back and forth and the way that they incorporate elements of the story into it. Beautiful. Taker versus HBK at WrestleMania 25. Again, no explanation needed. Again, maybe this is a wild card. I don't know, but I feel like no explanation needed. Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus at 39. It just stands out. It's so different from all the other ones. Incredible bell to bell. Number 4, again, I know it's chalk for me. Savage and Steamboat at Mania 3. Out of 9 years of terrible bell to bell wrestling matches, that Savage and Steamboat just sticks out. And then again, for me, because of how different it was, there's any number of matches that could have gone on this list, but this one sticks out for how different it was, but also how impressive it was in the way that the two guys did what they did. Edge and Foley at 22. There is no other match at WrestleMania that comes close to what Edge and Foley at 22 were. And it'd be one thing if it was just a bunch of silly, some silly table spots or some thumbtacks or whatever. But the way those guys sold the match emotionally and the way those guys sold what they were going through in the moment, even Edge, as he won the match, looking like he lost with this haunted look on his face, like, oh my God, what did I just go through? 22, Edge and Foley, definitely up there for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw in my builds because, like I said, I got to go. But you guys obviously take your time. For me, the matches with the best builds with matches that at least lived up to those builds, but judging on the builds alone, Taker and HBK at 26, the best build of a WrestleMania match in history. Kofi versus Bryan at 35. Even considering the fact that it was supposed to be Mustafa Ali, and there's that part of it, and then everything Kofi had to go through to get there. The Rock versus Austin at X7. I mean, just watch the My Way highlight package. It's incredible. The Usos versus Owens and Zayn, because that match was a culmination of everything that Sami Zayn went through as an honorary Us. That story was incredible. And then Brett versus Owen at WrestleMania 10. I mean, it's everything that they wanted Uso versus Uso to be, but they couldn't quite live up to it. Brett and Owen had all of the story elements going into it the same way the Usos did, but then lived up to it with a technically impressive wrestling match at WrestleMania 10. So that's it. My top 5 bell to bell. My number 1 was Angle and HBK, and my top 5 stories was Taker. Number 1 was Taker and HBK at 26.
Cooking.
Not a bad list. Not a bad list, man. Not a bad list. Mo, you want to go? I'll let you go. You can go at the bottom.
So are we just doing bell to bell?
Yeah, you just go bell to bell first.
All right, Mo, you're muted.
Bell to bell. Okay, got you. Number 1, Taker HBK WrestleMania 25. I think that's the greatest match I've ever seen. Number 2, Bret Austin WrestleMania 13. Number 3, Angle HBK WrestleMania 21. Number 4, End of an Era WrestleMania 28. And at number 5, Austin Rock WrestleMania X7.
Okay. Not bad. Lewis?
For me, top 5 matches bell to bell. Number 1, obviously, I have Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus. Number 2, I have Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker at 25. Number 3, I have Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at 21. And number 4, I have Savage and Steamboat at WrestleMania 3. And at number 5, I have Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 19.
So underrated. So underrated.
Okay. Some of ours are a little similar. So far. Nate?
So number 1, Shawn versus Taker 25. Bell to bell is my favorite wrestling match of all time. Just bell to, we're talking strictly bell to bell. Number 2, Shawn versus Kurt WrestleMania 21. One of probably Shawn's second best match at WrestleMania, honestly. Number 3, Triple H versus Daniel Bryan WrestleMania 30. A lot of people call it the greatest opener of all time. depending on, there's another match. You have Brett and Owens, but it's definitely top 2. Number 4, Rhea versus Charlotte. Abysmal build, but that match, fucking amazing. Like, blew it out the park. If they had a great build, could have been the main event of WrestleMania. Because I think it's better than the Usos versus Sami Zayn. Like, and Kevin Owens. It was such a great match. In ring is better. To be honest, they were a little super kick heavy in the main event. I'm not gonna lie, but it's still a great match. Still a great match.
A little bit.
And then number 5, I have the first Money in the Bank, like, which a lot of people say is the best Money in the Bank. So, I mean, just the uniqueness of that match. Like, we never seen anything like that before. And the fact that it still holds up to this day, incredible.
So for me, I don't have mine in order, but I have Taker versus Shawn, obviously, at WrestleMania 25. I have Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. End of an era Hell in a Cell, which I think is the greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time. Undertaker versus Triple H at WrestleMania 28. I have Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew in the triple threat at WrestleMania 39. Very, very good. I was going to put Charlotte versus Rhea on here, but to be honest, I have to say WrestleMania 20 triple threat, bro. That shit is incredible. That still might be the best triple threat they've ever had in the company's history. Like, I know it doesn't get talked about enough because of certain reasons, but that match is very, very good. So,
no facts.
I had to say that. Now the one with the builds is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to see what y'all have. So these are storylines that count with the matches. Lo, I'll let you go first. Or Louis, you want to go first? That's fine.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead, Louis.
At number 1, Stone Cold versus Maivia at WrestleMania 17. Jade said earlier the My Way package is fire, but also an underrated aspect of that build that doesn't get talked about is adding Deborah in there and making Deborah Maivia's manager, and Maivia telling Stone Cold to his face that whatever happens to her, I don't give a fuck. Like, she's not my responsibility. So that was pretty cool. Number 2 is Streak versus Career 26. We're moving on. I don't gotta say shit. Number 3, I have End of an Era, WrestleMania 28. Number 4, I have Cody and Roman at WrestleMania 40. And at number 5, I have Hogan and Savage at WrestleMania 5. The mega powers blowing up.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one, actually.
That's actually really good, yeah.
What do you have?
Number 5, I have Austin and Brett. I think that whole package, including the double turn, is too pivotal. That double turn, Austin turning face, that is too fuck you, Louis. WrestleMania. At number 4, I have Rhodes Reigns, WrestleMania 40. At number 3, I have Undertaker HBK, WrestleMania 25. I think that match quality is just way too high to leave it off anyway. Number 2, I have End of an Era, WrestleMania 28. And then at number 1, Undertaker HBK, WrestleMania 26. Because they had an elite build, and then I think the match quality is just ever so slightly worse than 25. So, perfect package.
What do you have?
So I'm going to go number 5. I have Shawn and Taker, 26. That just, like we said, 25 outweighs the match quality, but I just wanted to show this one some love with the builds. But I think it did have a better build. I have Triple H and Bryan again because I just think the build, like the whole WrestleMania stuff, like that match, like the story was really him and Triple H. That's the match we really wanted to see. Obviously, him winning the title was like the cherry on top, and it made all the sense in the world. But like that match, that opener, that crowd, one of Triple H's, if not in ring, his best match. Like just phenomenal match. Like you can't have a bad match with Daniel Bryan. And then when you mix that with Triple H's ability to really like actually fucking go when he's in the ring with a top tier in-ring wrestler, I mean, and you add the story, just perfect. Number 3, I put Brett and Owen just because it's like what Jay said earlier. It's everything that Jimmy and Jay was they wanted it to be, but unfortunately could not be. Number 2, I have End of an Era. Triple H, Undertaker. I mean, we don't really need to speak much on that. The whole story that they told. And then number 1, I have Cody versus Roman. I just everything they did from, and it's not even their storyline. It's the storylines that like you have once in a lifetime in there. You have the Shield in there. You have the Undertaker being the conscience of WWE in there. Like there's so many layers to that match that like WWE will never be able to repeat this type of story again. Like when you really peel back every single like reference and thing that happened in the timeline, you literally cannot duplicate this match. This match is like literally everything professional wrestling can be. Like when professional wrestling is at its best, it's this match. It's this match, it's this build, it's everything that culminated in that match. It's so fucking beautiful. It's so fucking great. And that's why I think it's the greatest professional wrestling match of all time when you take in every single aspect of professional wrestling. That's why I say it.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about End of an Era. I think End of an Era, when we're factoring in builds and match quality, like it was elite everywhere.
Yep.
Like that's how I feel.
Yep.
So my list is a little bit different. I do have the matches that you guys had that I have. Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 40. I definitely have that on there. Taker versus Shawn at WrestleMania 26.
Yep.
And then the End of an Era Hell in a Cell match. Those three have to be locked on there for sure. The other ones I have, I just put WrestleMania, the whole thing. The triple threat, Triple H, Daniel Bryan, the whole build. That's the greatest underdog story I think they've ever told with any superstar. Like,
hey, relax. You got the Jeff
100%.
Hardy fans with pitchforks.
I'm a Jeff Hardy fan, and I'm telling you that that's
the best underdog storyline they've ever done. If you look at from what they did to SummerSlam all the way to WrestleMania, it's the best build they've ever done for an underdog story. Like it
unintentionally too.
That's not close either.
Unintentionally, like the cash in, and then what. Daniel Bryan winning the title back, and then they took it from him, and then him having to go through the Wyatts, and then he also got screwed by Shawn Michaels in the Hell in a Cell, and then honestly, in hindsight, keeping him out of the Royal Rumble added to the story. You know what I'm saying? Like him not being in the Royal Rumble,
it made sense to the story.
Evolution,
it's
unironically reforming to just take it down.
Like,
it's just the fact. It's the fact that they never really touched on it that makes it so much like shitty. You know,
literally, WWE was trying to rob Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, they could have said,
"We don't want you. We don't want you as champ, so you're not going to be in there."
My favorite part of that whole build, Malik mentioned it, when he was in the steel cage with Wyatt, that yes chant was nuclear.
Dude,
oh my god,
that really helped Daniel.
That made me Daniel Bryan.
Really helped. Yeah, that actually helped Daniel.
Daniel Bryan.
That feud was so good.
Daniel Bryan.
And the match
not only has the best underdog storyline build I've ever seen. He has one of the best popularity peaks maybe ever in wrestling history. Like his popularity peak was so crazy. And then for me, I have the once in a lifetime on here, bro. That whole year, Bill. I'll never forget the day they announced that match.
Me neither, bro.
I was still in middle school at the time, so obviously, but
damn, Unc.
The next day they announced. The next day, I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, this date, I'm gonna need that pay-per-view. I don't know what you have to do, but this is the date. Write it down, just so you remember." I kept reminding her the whole year. Hey, it was April 1st, 2012. Just need that. Like she was like, you can go back and rewatch it. No, I had to see it in the moment. You don't understand. This is The Rock and John Cena we're talking about, and the build I feel like was really good, especially when you know the backstories, like where they didn't really like each other. Cena throwing the jab with the promo on the wrist. You know, the Rock concert, like them making it work, and I thought the match was really good too. Like the environment, like it
was a match.
Like when you watch that,
it was a match.
When you watch that match and like the build, it felt like you just knew you were watching something like special. You know what I mean? Like these are two generations colliding at the time.
It was a good match.
So
the moves were done.
I love
better than 29.
I think the match is good.
Way better than 29.
Bro, you and I could wrestle right now and it'd be better than 29, bro. I promise you.
I thought you were about to say 28. I'm like,
I could lead you to a good match, Nate. Trust, bro.
28. The only bad part about 29 it was so much reversals in the match, bro. Like
too many finishers,
bro. The entire build for 29 was just lifeless. Why do we? It was just lifeless. There was no fire. There was no hype. Cena and Punk were the best thing through that build, and once that shit was over, I was not hyped for the main event.
The promo package was the best part.
I didn't hate the.
I mean, there was music in it.
Yeah, I didn't hate the build necessarily. Right. I just didn't like how it was like
one of these
there were so many reversals in the match. Like there was a point when they had in the match where when Cena went for like the people's elbow again, like he did before the year before, and then he had tricked the Rock, which is a smart thing. He had tricked the Rock and everything, and then he went for the attitude adjustment just to get reversed into a rock bottom, bro. It was like so many reversals in this match, bro.
Yeah.
And they couldn't tell. It didn't make sense for them to tell the story like where both guys knew each other because they only wrestled once. They only had one match.
Yeah.
Like
it's not like Cena
or like got wrestled 50 times. You wrestled one time. Like it's a one match. Like if you had wrestled 3 times, okay, it's the 4th match. I get it. Like you think at this time you know the opponent, but you had one match. So how can you tell?
I'm gonna need to see Orton. I'm gonna need to see Orton to have that many reversals. Next time they wrestle.
Now, if they did it for like a Cena Orton match, I can understand that because they've wrestled so much. So it's like now these two know each other very well. Like they're
like they did that at the Royal Rumble. They use each other's moves.
Yeah, like God.
If only they added Punk like Punk wanted. He didn't even want to win. He just said, "Just put me like it makes sense. Put me in the triple."
He deserved it,
bro. If they had did that triple threat, it'd have been so much better. And then they could have easily, if they had did that match. You still could have did Brock versus Triple H. That was cool. That was a good build and everything.
You could have did Undertaker and Randy again. Who would have cared?
You could have did, bro. You could have just did Undertaker and Chris Jericho. That would you know.
Fuck Fandango. What the fuck?
Yeah. You could have just did Taker and Jericho, bro. Like that would have made. You could have instead of having that fatal 4-way match to face Taker, you could have just had Jericho come back to WWE as a heel and just attack the Undertaker. I'm back to take.
You could have originally had Randy Orton win the Elimination Chamber and just smoked Del Rio. I don't think anybody would care.
Smoke him in like 3 seconds, just one RKO.
I don't think anybody would care. I don't think anybody would
give him the Rusev.
Or technically, since Del Rio was a babyface at that time, I would have heel. If they had. Since Del Rio was the heel at that time, I mean, the cat. Well, no, because they had the cash in the next night, so that wouldn't have made sense. Never mind. That wouldn't.
Wait, Del Rio was the face.
He was the face.
No, yeah, but I was thinking a different match, but they had the cash in the next night on Del Rio, so that wouldn't have.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say they could have just did like Del Rio versus Mark Henry instead of Ryback. You know what I mean? That would have been cool. Like, I don't think I would have won Del Rio beat Mark Henry.
Holy shit! Del Rio versus Mark Henry at WrestleMania in 2013 would have been crazy.
You could have just
Mark Henry Ryback was.
Could have just left Del Rio.
At that time though, it was a cool match at that time because you got the Ryback was still over at that time.
Yeah,
at that particular time. Yeah. So these were two big guys, but they didn't even have the guy win. He lost.
They had Mark Henry fall on him in the match.
Yeah, like
that shit was
oh my god. WrestleMania 29 is also one of those WrestleManias where like in that time you didn't know it was that bad until you go back and look like damn, like
that's how I feel about 33.
That's crazy.
Like, when 33 was happening, I was like, "Oh, this show is amazing." And then I watched it again. I'm like,
Happy Diddy at WrestleMania 29 too. Crazy work,
bro. Growing up, I was so blinded about WrestleMania 25, and then going.
They did. He had a performance.
Same with 25 too. I thought
25 revisionist history. This shit sucked.
I was probably because I was so hyped off Taker HBK. I was just like, I don't care what the fuck else.
I'm the same way about 40. I'm not saying 40 bad, but I'm just like aside.
I was saying it's the GOAT.
Aside from a couple things, I'm like it's cool. It's cool. The main event carries.
Cool.
The main event heavily carries. It was cool.
Gunther heavily carries is crazy.
Gunther and Sammy was cool. Thought the match could have been better. Thought the storytelling
could have been better. It was still good.
Match could have been better. I was not interested in any of the tag matches. I could care less that R-Truth was going to get his Mania moment. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Becky and Rhea match was cool, but I mean,
Bayley and Io was really
good match.
Bayley and Io was really
Night 2. I really enjoyed.
LA Knight AJ Styles was really good too.
That was
they cooked. They really cooked.
Logan, Randy, and KO dragged out too much for me. The speed thing was cool. I guess I don't know.
It was so cool.
I was having fun. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool match. It was a cool match.
There was a couple times where I tuned out. I was like, I don't care.
I think this year has potential to be better than both though.
I agree.
I think because
card wise, yeah,
because of the build and how cards looking. I mean. Look at the card.
Like 31.
They already got.
I thought 39 is a better WrestleMania than 40. That's just me.
It's not crazy.
That's not crazy to say.
And there's obviously other matches we don't know about yet, but like this card is pretty crazy right now. I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the turns of directions with the build. Like none of us were expecting the build to go the way it was going, and then the matches that we got too. So, I mean, the matches they have so far, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you got AJ and Logan. You got. The women's matches,
triple threat. Oh yeah,
the 2 triple threat matches.
We actually have a women's match that doesn't have a title involved.
Yeah,
and it's actually interesting.
It's impressive. That makes it interesting.
Arguably the best built women's fucking match on the card.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's Jacob and LA Knight. I think could be really good too. Like,
there's still like we're waiting to see what Randy's gonna end up doing.
Even like Liv and Raquel versus Bayley and Liv. I mean Bayley and Lyra. Like. The build isn't great, but that match still has potential to be a really good match.
Yeah, so
that could be a really good tag team match right there. So I mean,
facts.
Hopefully, I mean, and then Damian Priest versus Drew. I mean, that could be.
They've always had good matches.
That's a sleeper. Yeah.
So, I don't know why the build for that is really fucking good, yo.
I don't know why people hating. I really don't.
Because they don't like Damian Priest for some reason. They don't. It's not like Damian Priest is gonna win the match anyways.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think he will.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If I was the betting man for any match, I'm putting all my chips in on Drew. He doesn't lose.
He needs it. He
doesn't.
I don't know if I'm that confident. I'm
100% confident. I think Drew's the guy that ends up beating.
But I think Drew should win though.
After Cody.
He should win, but will he win? Like Damon doesn't need the win, but that never stopped WWE from.
They both don't need it, and they both.
There's gonna be a match or two on here of somebody winning that we're not expecting. Like somebody's gonna win at WrestleMania that we don't see. Like Seth Rollins maybe in a triple threat. You know,
this whole story between Drew and Damien was all about Drew getting his lick back, and it's a full circle. WrestleMania, he gets his lick back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. You're wrong. Somebody said New Day versus War Raiders should be added to the card, and unfortunately, they added that to Raw. They added that to Raw tomorrow.
That's a great Raw main event. Great Raw main.
Bro, I just said they added it to Raw.
New Day title.
Well,
they did.
It's happening tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great Raw main event. Yeah, let's go. That's a great main event.
John Moxley getting his chain snatched. I hope so.
I hope so. I don't. Bro, you know what's crazy is I saw the reports that people are sharing like Swerve has a good chance to win because all his family's in town. I hate to tell y'all, in pro wrestling, that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit.
He better fucking win though.
That don't mean shit.
No, he better win.
I'm not watching it.
Disrespectfully fucking.
Bro, you know Darby Allin climbs Mount Everest this week.
Yeah.
I'm not watching it
this week.
There should be Darby Allin versus Mox. You know, get his moment, but
they're probably saving Darby for fucking Double or Nothing if he comes back.
You know, but I have heard that he's not as dedicated to wrestling. Like he has other things that he wants to do in his life, which I can understand. But it's like this man chose to climb a mountain over getting the world championship. So I mean,
he could have done that.
That tells me everything I need to know, bro.
Like, even if he comes back, right. I don't even know if they should even put it on him.
You can get it later. You don't need it.
I wouldn't. If I was Tony Khan, I wouldn't put it on him no more.
Because even when
I would have given it. He would have. Bro, Mox would have dropped this title a long time ago if I was Tony Khan.
Bro, I would have.
As soon as Darby's like, I'm climbing my Everest, I'd be like, cool.
I'd have gave it to Cope. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gave it to Edge.
Edge would have had that title.
I would have given it to Jay White.
Jay White, cool, but I would have gave it to Edge and just have him drop this.
I don't care.
I feel like him losing to Cope just kind of defeats the whole purpose of the story.
Revolution.
Now, Christian Cage. I would have just had Christian Cage just cash in.
He should have just cashed in on Cope after Cope won.
Yeah.
And then you can build up babyface Jay White beating Christian. Simple as that.
That's fair.
They went in all different directions.
Christian is not a guy that need to hold a belt for 4 months. He could hold the belt for a solid 2 months. Give Jay White the most babyface reactions ever, bro, and then drop that bitch.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. I mean,
Revolution made me so mad, dog. Oh my god.
It was such a good show, bro.
Exactly.
Literally,
it was such a good show until
all the matches, the wrong match made it.
Talk about one match ruining the entire
to end off the show. The other guys are going to be here for this, but they left. We're going to do a pick between the two theme song edition.
I thought we were doing the list. Are we not creating a big ass list?
Everybody else is supposed to be here for it though. So it was supposed to be a top 10 that everybody agreed on, and
next week
they're not here for it. So this one we just pick between the two WWE theme song edition. So you're going to pick what theme song you think is better between the two. First one we got, and we'll go in order. First one we got CM Punk Cult of Personality or Batista Walk Alone.
I walk alone.
I walk alone.
Cult of Personality.
You're a bitch.
You are, bro.
Trying to be different.
Crazy.
I'm not.
Yeah, come on, bro. You tell me that. Yeah, don't get you top, bro.
Oh, no, Cult of Personality is crazy good though.
Bro, I just think of the entrance.
I genuinely listen to that song all the time.
The next one, Cody Rhodes Kingdom or Shawn Michaels Sexy Boy.
We better piss people off.
So just me personally, bro. Just because he's my favorite, bro. Shawn Michaels Sexy Boy. I have to, man. I have to.
Fuck you, Malik. Sexy boy.
Yeah, right.
Well, Malik, I'm with you. Kingdom. I love Shawn's theme though. Kingdom.
Kingdom's a better song, but Sexy Boy just holds.
Like, how do you not like that theme?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get how you don't like it. That's crazy.
Theme fine. Like you ain't never.
Sorry.
You ain't never added.
It's cool. I've heard better. I've heard a lot better.
Never
got
down
a lot better. All right, next
a
question.
lot better.
Next
a lot better is crazy. You dragging it.
I can name 20 things better than that. I promise you.
Next question.
20.
I'm thinking about to say some Death Rebel shit.
I was about to.
Roman Reigns, bro.
You gonna say Rob Conway,
for
bro?
sure.
Fuck out of here. No.
John Cena, time is now. Triple H, the game.
Nate, be dead ass right now.
I am telling you. Just because he had better songs on the album, I'm gonna go with Triple H. Just because John Cena had better songs on his album. Then time is now.
You didn't even pick the right Triple H theme song, bro.
What's the best?
My time is better. My time is better. My time is better. But I'll go Triple H.
Oh yeah. My time is better. Absolutely.
My time is better. Mo, stop disagreeing. Stop.
My time is better.
No, we're not.
Come on, bro.
Y'all tripping.
My time is better.
I'm gonna go off here. I'm gonna listen to both songs for the billionth time, and I'm gonna tell you my time is better.
The game. It's his best theme. We all know this, bro.
No,
I listen to the game in the gym, bro.
What is one you picking, Mo?
Say the documentary.
The game. Okay.
We all got the game.
This one right here. Randy Orton voices or Edge Metalingus?
Oh,
Metalingus. To me, is that my favorite? I think that's my favorite of all time. Right there.
Bro, Metalingus, bro. Come on now, man. What you talking
the lyrics hit so hard after he came back.
That intro.
Oh
bro.
my god. No, the edit. Yeah, the WWE edit of it. Oh, bro. Yeah, Metalingus is my second favorite song of all time, like full stop. So yeah, Metalingus.
It makes me laugh that they made a Def Rebel voices and Randy said, I don't want that shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was such a dumb, unnecessary change. Out of here.
We all know the greatest thing of all time is voices. So it's
broken
absolutely
dreams, but I'll let you
Metalingus.
Broken
dreams.
Voices,
Broken
greatest thing.
dreams.
This guy.
Next one, theme song wise, Rhea Ripley's theme or Bianca Belair's theme?
That's a good one.
Bianca's is a bob, but Rhea's is actually a really good song.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This ain't hard at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna go by which song I would bump on the Ox. Bianca. I definitely bump Bianca's before I bump Rhea's, just because it's so hype.
I don't give a fuck about Rhea's theme. Bianca all the way, bro.
Damn.
Bianca, but I think it's closer than Lewis does.
Here you go.
Yeah, it's very close. Yeah.
I bump both. I ain't gonna
Oh. Nah, that shit go crazy.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme or The Rock's current theme, like the Final Boss Hollywood Rock?
Oh well, okay. Which
The Rock's Final Boss, bro. I love Hollywood Rock's theme. That's like
give me Stone Cold, bro. Give me the glass shot.
All right, bro.
Give me Stone Cold.
Which Austin theme? Regular?
Stone Cold instrumental theme.
Regular, not the Disturbed.
Rock.
I don't really like Disturbed like that.
Now if we go 2001. That's a different story.
Disturbed is cool. But I've always said before he even remixed it, like with the theme he has now, I've always said Hollywood Rock's instrumental is the best WWE instrumental ever. Like that smooth ass beat and shit. That shit's so smooth.
Yeah, it's hard.
Stone Cold, baby.
That shit's so smooth. AJ Lee, Light It Up, or Alita's theme song.
Ew.
I don't listen to either theme on the daily. If I'm being real, it's not in my rotation of WWE themes. I'm gonna go with Lita.
They still solid themes.
Yeah,
Bro. AJ Lee's theme sucks, bro. Lita all day.
All right, bro. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
nah.
We are.
Shit,
all right, bro.
You mean to tell me you don't like
bro.
Sexy Boy, but you like AJ Lee's theme? Fuck
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That is kind of
crazy.
On my face. What's wrong with you?
Easily bumping that over.
Okay, that is kind of
He's crazy.
That's the greatest fucking team in WWE history, bro.
Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all need to stop being so horny, bro.
Show 'em, of course, that's
It's Lita.
Lita, easy. But I like AJ Lee's theme.
This thing is incredibly fire, bro. Shit is incredible.
You have that over Sexy Boy is crazy.
That's so crazy.
There's so many other things better than that, bro. So many other things better.
I don't get it.
So many other things better than that, bro. So many other things better than that.
Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
I get it, bro. I'm gonna put up a 20 list. If we count women's teams too, I can probably name 30 better than that team.
I need to see the 30.
Sexy Boy is crazy.
Especially if we count the women's teams, bro. Yeah.
You're tweaking, bro. You're tweaking.
Not even close.
There's not that many women's teams to make it.
You have another one?
Shane McMahon, theme song or Mark Henry's theme song?
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. Yeah.
Mark Henry's team is.
You see, Mark Henry should be played in the club, though. That shit gets hurt, bro. Everybody know
3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, that's 6 feet. Yeah, because it's 3-6 Mafia, baby.
Trish Stratus team or Sasha Banks team?
Who? Trish or Sasha? Which Sasha?
Yeah.
Which I guess whichever one you prefer. Whichever one you think is the better one.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Trish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Trish.
I'm gonna go Sasha.
Which version?
Not by much. The first version. I don't like the second version. I don't like the Snoop Dogg version. I don't like the Snoop version at all.
The first version is really good. Last one, Chris Jericho, Break the Walls Down, or Seth Rollins' current thing?
Now this is close, man.
Which one?
Break
Chris
the
Jericho,
walls
Break the Walls Down, or Seth's current thing?
Break the walls down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Break the Walls Down, bro. When that guitar comes in after, yo.
Yeah, Break the Walls Down. Yeah.
Yeah, that guitar intro is pretty sick.
Dog, it's just the aura of the entrance when he's standing there like this, bro. Just aura, bro. He aura farming.
No, I do like the entrance aspect of the countdown and the pyro and stuff. And then I didn't like the first version, like the Attitude Era version. I like the one when he came back.
Yeah, no.
Like the 07 one when he came back. That shit is really good. That shit is really,
I agree.
Good. Plus the countdown. So like, I was really mad when he got rid of that countdown. I ain't gonna lie. It pissed me off.
He started using it again like 2016 until he turned heel.
Yeah, he got rid of it because he was a heel, but like even when he turned back babyface, they never brought it back. I'm like, bro, just bring back the countdown.
Prime Jericho, how I miss you, bro.
Like that countdown.
Oh, you mean 2016 Jericho? Oh yeah.
That's not Prime Jericho.
It is to me.
That's
my favorite Jericho.
It's one of his peaks. It's one of his.
That's funny.
That is my favorite Jericho.
That is funny as hell, Jericho. But I'm talking about like, oh wait, Jericho, bro.
Oh yeah, that's peak. Yeah, that's peak. But like my favorite Jericho is always gonna be 2016, bro.
What the hell is that?
I missed the list so much, bro. He just put every. Bro, that nigga got the word "it" over, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Would you please shut the hell up?
Chris Jericho was really in his bag at that time too.
You just make the list.
He never won a Money in the Bank match. It's
crazy. Literally created.
Now he's the learning tree. Come a long way.
I hope Brian Keith beats him.
Bye, guys. No, bro. No.
Hi, guys.
Well, he's facing
It
Bandito.
was funny in the beginning, though. That shit was
He
funny.
better fucking lose.
Brian Keith better beat the shit out of this.
He better take that mask too, bro. Taking that mask, bro.
Oh nah.
Bro.
Why
is a Ring of Honor title on the line at a fucking AEW pay-per-view?
Mask versus champion.
This is really giving East WWE ECW vibes.
Bandito.
You say some Bandito? Oh, would they make Bandito a 2-time? I don't know.
It's mask versus title, so.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
If he loses, he has to get rid of the mask. So I don't see that happening, but.
Oh yeah, Bandito 2-time coming, baby.
So
at
least it should.
The match will be good. I'm sure they've had good matches before, so I'm sure the match.
No, yeah, I'm sure the match will be good. Like Jericho he could still put on some decent matches here and there if he's with the right people. You know what I mean? Like if he's against the right people, he could still put on some good matches. It's just
he had a good match with Bandito already.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of aura, I'll say. He's lost a lot of aura since the last
I wish he'd retire already.
Last 2 years, so
he just needs to take a break and come back.
All right, well, appreciate you guys coming through. Next week we'll be doing our WrestleMania predictions since WrestleMania is 2 weeks away. So next week we'll have Mania predictions and we'll hopefully know at least the entire card because they're still announcing matches for some reason last minute. So hopefully every match will already be confirmed. And then hopefully they'll have the night set up too, like this night 1, this night 2. That way we kind of know what night 1 and night 2 is going to be and everything. So make sure you guys subscribe.
Real quick. Brock Lesnar officially announced his retirement.
What?
Oh,
huh?
Yeah. He's cooked anyway. But,
hold on. Wait.
Twitter?
Yeah, so basically a fan walked up to Brock and asked if he was coming back, and he said he's not, and that he's retired. So
that doesn't mean nothing in wrestling. Come on now. We know that. Everybody says they're retired and they come back.
I mean, I don't think he's going to be able to come back anyway because they officially
he might not be able to come back anyway. But I mean, if there is a chance for him to come back and they give him a bag, I mean,
that is true. But he's also had the perfect ending with the.
He did have a good ending. Like he went out a good way though by putting over Cody and everything. So there's no need for him to come back. I mean,
at all.
So, but I mean, the retirement stuff is never really like you can't really take that with a grain of salt in wrestling unless you like Probably unless that person's already dead. I ain't gonna lie. Unless they're dead and they're never able to wrestle again. Because Stone Cold came back and wrestled, which we never thought would happen. So
that was the one retirement. I was like, after 2018, that was the one retirement. I'm like, all right.
The only person that I never think will come back is Batista. He's the only guy that I believe will never wrestle again because he's really storyline driven. So other than that, and maybe Cena too. I count Cena after this year. But other than that, like they always come back, bro. It's just you just see it throughout time. Like people just always come back. So. But I mean, there's no need for him to come back though. Anyway, so it's not needed, man. So
appreciate you, King D. King D, appreciate you.